All right, ladies and gentlemen, my stream is extra live right now, showcasing a couple of great players. And I did not introduce the stream, but it's fine. Hello, welcome. This is all you need to see. Okay, we're watching the live feed of the tournament. It's about to go down. Game number one. If you're just tuning in, I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, so many different places. You Twitter, you literally can find me everywhere. But I am recommending everybody go watch the live feed of the actual tournament. You can see it for yourself, hear the great commentary. I'm not streaming so that I can get the views here. I want to promote the event and let you guys enjoy it, making everybody aware of it. And that's what's going down. So, with that in mind, it's about to kick off. I will kind of go in and out of commentary. I don't want to stay in their commentary all the time because I'm not sure if that's the right thing to do. But just to explain it for anybody that doesn't know about Apex, you're living under a rock. Apex Legends is the greatest battle royale game that you will ever play right now. Maybe someday there'll be something greater and bigger and better, and I'm sure of it because technology keeps advancing. But at the moment, today, for the last 3 years, Apex has been the best battle royale, the premium, the top tier. If you want the highest quality experience, Apex is it. And today, we're getting the second year of the championships. And as you're watching this, you're watching the champions. TSM, quick little smile by Hal. Shout out to him. It's gonna be a wild, wild day because they gotta prove that they're the real deal. They've already created a legacy, but that's not what we talking about. We talking about now, today. So this championship starts right now. Day one, the group stage is beginning. It's gonna be 4 different groups, pretty much a marathon of like 10 hours, each group facing off against each other. It's gonna help set up the standings and build up the actual game in that regard. So expect it to be great. And I'm super excited. Again, go watch the actual broadcast and enjoy that. I will be in and out of the broadcast because I don't want to, just do like a copy of it on my stream and just completely not speak the whole time. So I'm gonna be in and out doing my own commentary to the action, doing my own commentary to these visuals, uh, and just getting into it. This is not a paid stream. I'm hanging out here, just relaxing, um, casually streaming it, not doing like my normal broadcast style of presentation. But check this out. Let's look at the predictions by the teams. We got Fire, Dream Fire, NRG, Alliance, Liquid, TSM, Optic Gaming, Fanatics, Optic Gaming again, Alliance, and Team Liquid. These are some great picks. I can't say that they will lose, but I will say my prediction is very simple. Okay? I won't be wrong. All right? I can't lose. Whoever is maining a crypto on the final championship win, whoever has the crypto, the best crypto, will win today's tournaments. You heard it here first. The best crypto will win today's tournament. Shout out to my man Ray in the building. This guy's always beautiful. He's just a beautiful person. I love his energy. I love his presentation skills. I love everything about this guy, and it's hard for me to endorse people. I don't endorse everybody. I could endorse him wholeheartedly. Never mind his amazing Apex pedigree of being able to be a great host, but he's just a good guy. I love that guy for that, and I gotta respect him. And I want to take a minute to acknowledge the Apex hosting queen herself, Katie, who actually wasn't feeling too well, and she usually is the desk host. She basically runs everything. And today she had a tough announcement. She had COVID. Uh, so I was expecting her. She's great. Sent her a DM, a tweet telling her how she is the staple of Apex esports scene, one of the biggest in our history. I told her to rest and recover. Her legacy is already built. Apologies. But yeah, so she's gonna be watching it like us and just cheering people on. I feel really bad because I know what it's like putting your heart and soul into something. I'm sure she studied the team. She really did her homework, a lot of deep analysis and breaking things down, and then you get stuck. Sucks. But anyways, on a lighter note, we still have a great host. Ray is incredible. He's honestly top tier. You can't get any better than that, like as in general. So I'm really excited. And I honestly 100% believe that the show is going to be incredible casting. They have a lot of great casters, you know. So it's going to be good. There's nothing to worry, is what I got to say about that. So come enjoy with me. We'll have some fun. And just ride the wave, baby. Ride the wave. Shout out to I'm Fish T. I see you, buddy. Celebrating Apex right now. I'm waiting for this first game. The first game gives me jitters. I know what it's like to be a player, a pro player trying to win a championship. I have won multiple championships in different games. But for Apex, it's not the same. Back when I used to play video games competitively, it's one team versus another team. That was all you had to worry about. In Apex Legends, this is a battle royale. 20 teams in total, stuck on one map, nowhere to go. It's kill or be killed. It's incredible. So what's going on, Fish? I hope you're enjoying my commentary, and we're gonna kind of just watch this. We're gonna go into the actual comms on and off to talk about what we see. Tell me what your thoughts are. Who are you picking to win? Say it now. Don't wait until they're like 10 games in. I don't want to hear it. I want to know what you're doing now. Because you know, we could easily wait until the finals in the last day and be like, well, team got a 50-point lead. Let's pick them. You know, that's the easy way out. But nope, not happening. But yeah, it should be a great time. I'm very excited, man. I'm very I feel how would I say how I feel? I feel prideful. I don't feel proud. I do feel proud, but prideful, like just a feeling of like we did it. You know, we came from everything we came from. Like me and my personal journey, hosting these tournaments, doing 4 or 5 a week. Some people would say, "Man, is that your job? Is that your full-time job?" I'm like, "No, I don't get paid a penny off of it. I just do it for the love." But here we are in the grand finale in the $2 million prize pool with a lot of players that come from my tournaments getting recruited into pro teams, winning a championship last year, coming back now, Omnu, and then other players as well getting recruited and things like that. It's gonna be pretty wild. So I'm super excited, and shout out to the crew right here. I actually like these guys together. They have a chemistry to them, and you got to give them props. Vicky and Fallout here, they have an energy to them. I don't know what it is. It's something special. Let's actually tune in for a second, see what they got going on in the commentary here. Actually, I think I got Twitch muted. Yeah, I do. Don't try that at home, kids. Let me lower. If I get
graphic coming up shortly. And aside from that, every KP that you get is 1 point in the pocket for that team. At the end of the day, though, there's a little prize for the Apex Predator here at this tournament that's going to walk away with $3,000. That goes to the player that has the most kills in the entire tournament.
Yeah, well, speaking of storylines, you set me up perfectly. That's the biggest storyline here. From Sweden playoffs, we have 6 of the top 7 kills leaders in this lobby. 8 of the top 12. That was Noct, your Apex Predator, with 58 from Optic Gaming. Skittlecakes right behind him with 57. Liquid Fun with 54. Nocturnal with 52. Hockey's with 51. Gildersons from Team Liquid with 48, alongside Yuki. And last but not least, you know him, you love him, Sweet Dreams himself with 51 kills from the playoffs. We have absolute fraggers in this lobby. It is a championship-esque lobby, Vicky.
I'm so excited, especially after what we witnessed back in Sweden. We had from the very beginning, from the very get-go, a lot of these teams go full high-octane action, full action from the start, and now moving into a different sort of composition, a different sort of meta. What can we expect, especially after what we've witnessed so far from Scrims?
I'll tell you what we can expect. We can expect some Seer and Mad Maggie ultra-aggressive gameplay from TSM. We know that teams like Elevate, GMT have some things in their sleeves as well. We might see some Bangalore coming from EU and coming from Elevate. Obviously, they're not in this lobby necessarily, but guess what? It is time for match number 1 to kick off the ALGS Championship live from PNC Arena. We have Group C versus Group D. We have a star-studded lobby featuring multi-champions. TSM with 7 championships to their name, NRG with 5 championships, Team Liquid with 2, Alliance with 4, FA Kitties with 5, Invictus Gaming with 2, Scars 6-time champions. This is a championship lobby to kick off the ALGS Champs. That's gonna be insane.
I'm so excited. It is so stacked out here. I mean, I was looking at Group D and I knew immediately. I was a little scared right here as we get started. We're taking a look at FA Kitties out here. We took a look at some of the drop spots earlier on today, and they're going to be able to take over Lava Siphon real quick. They got some nice loot already, picking up a blue backpack now. Talking about the composition, so we got the Seer, we got the Valk, and we got the Gibby. The Valk kind of being a staple in a lot of these compositions from the get-go.
Absolutely, a non-Gibbyless comp here, right? They're going to go a little bit aggressive with Seer, Leogri, obviously a great fragger. And then we got TSM saying, we don't need Gibraltar. We got the gun skill. We got Imperial Hal on Seer. Reps on Mad Maggie. There were rumors. Will they bust it out? Well, those rumors have been answered, Vicky. TSM is ready to fight.
You know what's really interesting about that, Fallout? Let's talk about why TSM decided to move on to this composition. We saw Furia giving them a little bit of a hard time out here, and they were able to experiment. Yes, shout out to his Watson. They were able to experiment here, and they found that staple comp here. You got the Seer, you got the Mad Maggie, and you know, it's nice to retouch because a team that we had seen back in the playoffs that was running a similar composition was Team Empire back in the day. So now TSM taking a little page out of that book.
That's right.
All right, we're going to mute them for a second. These guys are great. First of all, their commentary is spectacular. I love them together. They have a good energy. You know, it's like brother and sister, just kind of like vibing out. It's pretty awesome. I love them for that. And big shout out to them. Once again, doing a great job right now. Yeah, so you said that you think Alliance is going to win this group. Interesting. But TMS will be close. TMS, I said. TSM. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, we're watching TMSM right now, and these guys are going hard. No Gibby. That takes guts, okay? Understand that, honestly, Stormpoint changed a lot of people's perspectives. If you look at the way players are playing now, Stormpoint opened the door for Bangalore and a different play style. Since it's so wide open, there's not a lot of cover. It's unlike these maps right here. For example, like World's Edge, now players feel very confident that they can get to cover, that they don't need a Gibby. As you can see, this is a second team, IG International, without a Gibby. Okay, this is becoming a thing, which is rare. For those that are new to Apex, Gibby is unfortunately a 99% pick rate, sometimes 100% pick rate. He basically gets picked by every team all the time. And it sucks. I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry to say it. It sucks as a viewer, right? It doesn't happen. Gibby's a low, not popular. He's very low in the regular public scene. But in the competitive scene, he's picked 99% of the 98, 99. He's always very high. And it's embarrassing because it's like there's so many great legends, so many great ways to play, but we don't get to see it because the pros want to use whatever's the most efficient and it makes the most sense. And they're not wrong. They're trying to win. And that is important. So don't listen to me. But what I'm saying is, as a viewer, you want to see the variety. You want to see some mixed up things. Right now, for example, TSM does have a Maggie. You know, they have a Seer. It's like, whoa, okay, what are you doing? And Fish on the chat just said they might go back to their old comp. They probably will, man. It's hard, right? You test something, you see if it can work, you see how crazy things can get for you, and then you go from there. And by the way, I am rooting for 4-7. The reason I like 4-7 is they use their crypto a lot. As you can see, they lost one of their players. Just so everybody on my actual tournaments doesn't complain, you saw 4-7 without a player at the start. It's not only me who starts tournaments, and if somebody gets kicked out, what can you do? You have to keep rolling with the tournament. It's sad and it sucks, but it's a part of the event, you know. But anyways, that's a separate topic. But yeah, so what I'm trying to tell you and what I'm saying, Fish, is as a viewer, competitively, I will have a Gibby on my team no matter what, because I know he is most reliable, and in any situation, he'll save you. He's like a get out of jail free card. You can make a mistake and he will bring it back. But on a viewership, I want different legends, different weapon. I don't need everybody with a R301 and a peacekeeper, you know, like give me something different. Can we see some new gunplay? You know, I want to see it. And then you do see it in Apex. You see great stuff, different variety of weapons and different legends. It's fun. Fnatic right now popping off with some shots, holding this rooftop. I really love this area personally. And look at this IG International with a crypto. I'm looking out for teams with crypto. So crypto to me is gonna win the championship, no matter what team it is. I don't have a prediction. My prediction is whoever has crypto will win. And wow, Fnatic wiping out IG International there. Very good stuff. And Fnatic is using a very defensive build. You saw Watson and Gibby. That is smart, logical thinking. If you have a Watson, you could defend any area. You have a Gibby, he can survive any type of scenario. Then you got your third, which is just an aggressive player or a scout or something, depending on how you want to play and stuff like that. And TSM going in right now. I'm loving what I'm seeing by them. Shots popped off. Great stuff right here, taking one of the players down, and how being the GOAT that he is about to do something crazy. And this right here is a crazy play style. They're going to change the meta. If they can win it all with a Maggie, Seer, and Valk, then this is special. As you can see right now, it's looking like they are 2-on-2 setups right now. And they got to be very careful here because they are not looking so hot. And it looks like they're probably going to want to back out of there and escape the situation so they can revive their teammates. Smart move. And this is something for people to pay attention to. We get egotistical. We think we want to take the fight. We want to take the fight. This is a pro championship, one of the best ever in Apex Legends. If you deny that, then I'm banning you from my stream. And they left the fight. When their teammate went down, they grabbed his banner and left the fight. And now they get to revive their teammate. And Optic Gaming sees that, and they as well have to revive their teammate, but they're late to the party. And that's where TSM is actually capitalizing by avoiding the fight, not being egotistical, not thinking they're big and bad, and pushing the fight unnecessarily. They left the moment they can get their teammate's banner, and now they're off. As you can see, Optic Gaming as well, thinking logically, saying, hey, we need to revive our teammate. Let's back out of here and figure out where can we go to revive our teammate to get a full team together to go forward, you know? So this is the type of thinking you got to do when you're watching this. You're like, okay, they were smart, and they decided to just back away from the fight. Why take the fight? I lost a player. Okay, I can show off and be like, look, I just one clip 2 players and this and that. But
why take the fight? I want to win this game. I'm not worried about showing off for a video, YouTube clip. You know, this isn't a TikTok. This is a championship level. And that's the difference between casuals and pro players. And myself, you know, I go in there and I want to go be Rambo, want to run in, gun it. And it's terrible because I love having fun and I'm just careless, you know, when I'm playing a lot of times. I'm not playing competitively, and that's for me. But if you're watching this high level, you can't be that silly, you know? Just a lesson for anybody watching, but for sure, you know, be smart about how you play and do the right thing. And I think TSM and Optic both took a player down, and then they said, let's back out of this, get out of here. That was really good. You said, love to see teams getting creative and comp. Hell yeah, bro. It brings a whole new swagger. And don't get it twisted, having the original comps where you have a Gibby in it at all times, for sure. And right now, Valkyrie is a must-have for every team. These things are standard, right? And it's not even that it's bad because who's better, okay? If we have the same comp, the same weapons, then okay, let's see who's better. Are you better than me? Let's find out. That's all we're going to see. Now it's even, you know? So we'll see how it goes. And I'm liking what I'm seeing by now by IQ. They're trying to get aggressive about this, but taking their time. So defensively using Seer's ultimate to basically control an area. And Team Liquid on the outside of that fight actually, oh, and they down him. Beautiful. Inferno getting clipped while in the air. That's one of the worst feelings. You know, you think you're escaping, you get up high enough, and the team beams you. And beautiful stuff right there. Great stuff. And man, it's gonna get real out here. That's one thing I was talking about when Valk first came out. Players are slowly learning how to target her and take her out. So I'm interested to see, you know, what happens, how that plays out in the long run. But yeah, with that in mind, man, I wanted to see where everybody's at on my Discord. Doesn't look like nobody's active right now. Thanks. It's all good. But looking good, man. I'm actually just watching for cryptos. Anybody with a crypto, I think, is gonna have the advantage. Because what happens, to explain my thinking, first of all, crypto's so clutch. He's clutch. But the reason I think he's gonna win it all for a team is in the finals. I'm talking about not this finals. This is you know, group stage matches. This is prepping. This is like getting warmed up. I'm talking about the actual final games when we're on match point and there's nothing left. This is your day. You have to win. If you have a crypto and in those moments where he can revive a teammate or he can just EMP the final ring and everybody's in the final ring almost, and he's basically crushing all teams, it gives your team a better chance to survive. So imagine, this is my prediction, and somebody clip this right now, starting right now. Ready? My prediction for the ALGS Year 2 championships is once we get to match point on Sunday, a team with crypto will be on the final ring and they will EMP 2 teams at once and destroy their shields, get in there and win the whole championship. That is my vision of how it's going to play out and how crazy it's going to be. Is it going to happen? I don't know, but that's what I'm predicting. All right. Oh my, I got this music loud. Hold on a second. But yeah, so that is my prediction, and we'll see what happens. And shout out to my boy H4H Paul coming up in the chat. This guy's amazing. He does a lot of charity of events. He's a streamer. First of all, he's a hero, military veteran, and just a great person. Thank you for coming. Hope you're enjoying. We're watching the championships, bro. If you watched what I've done, hosting tournaments for a year now for Apex, the best battle royale game in the world. I'm very excited just to be able to watch it and to just share it with you guys. I'm not hosting this event specifically. I'm doing a watch party of it. So this is a live feed of the actual tournament. $2 million on the line. It's going to be bananas. It's all week until Sunday. So it's a lot of games, but these teams are fighting to get in there. And look at this, Team Liquid coming out hot, guns blazing, popping off. And my gosh, Gil is getting ill. And look at this, he has a third-party scenario also, so you got to be very careful. Look at this. This is 4 teams in the area. This is not safe for anybody in this situation. It's gonna get crazy in a minute. I like what I'm seeing right now. Soko always was fun to watch when they play, so I'm into it. I am into it. I want to see a Gibby. I mean, you want to see a crypto drop 3 Gibby bubbles at once? That would be amazing, right? You never know what might happen, bro. There's a lot going on in these games, and there's a couple crypto mains and a couple of good teams that will play crypto. The problem is people, just like you were saying earlier, they switch comps. All of a sudden, they're like, oh, this ain't working. Let's switch it up. They always go back to a Gibby. They always go back to, you know, standard picks, which I'm okay with because it's competitive. But as a viewer, you want to see wild stuff. You want to see some fun craziness. So far, I'm doing okay, Paul. I'm doing okay. He said 2 mil. Yes, $2 million for this tournament right here. It doesn't end until Sunday. Today's the group stages, and basically what it is there's 4 groups in total. They all face off against each other, so it's a robin round. Basically, robin rounds are where each group will face off, and then the other 2 groups will face off. These 2 groups, and you mix them all up until everybody's fought against each other. And then those are your standings. Those are your rankings for the next part of the tournament. And then it just continues on from there. And it keeps building up to the bracket stage, which is on Saturday. Well, actually, it's on Friday and Saturday. And then the finals, which is Sunday. A lot of good stuff going on, man. I'm very, very excited. Very, very happy. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So, guns blazing, full runs, and no matter the prize, aggression runs. Yeah, it's true. So yeah, so Paul, the teams that are confident are aggressive, and the teams that are confident play that way, and they know how to do it because this is different than a regular. Let me lower this music. This music is loud. So this is different than a regular tournament. There's a lot of, you know, instead of my team versus your team, this is like 20 teams in total trapped on a map fighting against each other. So as I fight your team, this guy Fish's team is behind us trying to kill us both. So it gets crazy. The situations are wild. This is what makes Battle Royale so special. This is why I like hosting the tournaments. I've been addicted to this game when it first released. I had to stop playing. After 2 months of playing 12 hours a day, I said, I need to take a break. I'm addicted to this. It's like a drug. And I love the game. And right now, you're watching a third-party situation. There was a team fighting, and right now, Alliance, one of the top teams, are pushing in to try to get there. As you can see, look at the map. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams in total. Well, 5 teams in total in this area. All are fighting against each other. It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, so that's how it works, Paul. Yeah, exactly. It's called third partying. So as you fight a team, I'll third party and jump in and vote you guys out. How it all works. Fish, you said any idea on the tournaments? Not yet. I have to talk to Respawn. I'm letting this tournament happen, Fish. And once everything is done, you know, Respawn and me will have a discussion on what's gonna go on. We'll figure out dates and we'll set it all up. The way it's gonna happen is I'm gonna do our playoffs and the next series all at once. So as our playoffs happen, new qualifiers will begin. Teams that are not in the qualifiers can play in those. People who are playing could also get some practice in the qualifiers, and we just keep on making it a very busy time to play Apex for the next couple months. So it's gonna be a lot, not just the playoffs. We want to do it all, so it's gonna be really cool. One step at a time, but right now the focus literally is ALGS. I haven't talked to Respawn until hopefully Sunday night, maybe Monday. I'll give them a break, you know, working hard on this, and then we'll discuss all of that stuff in the near future. But just keep look out on the Discord and on Twitter. I'll DM here. And look at this, Scars. I like Scars. Why? Because they rock that traditional play. They've been really solid. And look at this, Paul. Like I was telling you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams in this small area, Paul, and they're all battling to win. But what some teams do, they like to play smart. They'll wait for 2 teams to fight, then they'll get in on the fight and try to, you know, surprise attack one of these guys. So that is very critical. It's a big part of the game called third party. I'm gonna up the quality. I think I got it on 720. Yep. Let's turn this up to 1080. Yeah. Good stuff right here. Yeah, so it's gonna be a good night. I'm feeling it. This is gonna be all night, but I don't think I can do it all night, guys. I have like my throat gets tired because I scream. Like I'm screaming right now. You can't hear it because I have one of the good mics that like compresses my scream. I'm screaming, and I'm not even calling the matches. I'm just excited. Gotta calm down. I can't go the whole night if I don't relax. Oh man. But yeah, no, it's good stuff, man. Super exciting. Great times right now. Looking good. But yeah, this is the final round. There's only 3 teams right here. Let's pay close attention to what's happening. Fnatic in the building, and I gotta see who else, what other teams is in here. But Fnatic is looking like they want to make the push, and they're jumping on that Gibby, trying to survive the real strike. Oh, and they got a Watson to protect. Man, double protection. Watson. And now Fnatic, I like what Fnatic is doing right now. They're letting the 2 teams have to push each other and holding the backside so that they can be the ones for the third party. But they get focused on right now, so they got to be very careful. Both teams are focusing on Fnatic, and that's not good. Fnatic had the idea of letting them fight each other, and that's not working out because they're actually focusing on Fnatic. And now it's switching up. Look at Dreamfire in the building. Let me find out. Dreamfire's about to take off. Wow, beautiful shots right now with that Peacekeeper by Dreamfire. Dreamfire is a team I haven't really paid as much attention to, but you gotta love what they're doing on this one right now. It's just them versus another team. It looks like they have it under control, and they do. First game of the day. Dreamfire coming out of nowhere, guys. Unexpected. Look at these kids, bro. They don't even look like they're going through puberty. No, I'm not trying to joke right now, but it's okay. Young boys about to win this $2 million. Let's go. Dreamfire catching fire at the very end right there. Dominating. I'm loving it. DF in the building. Great stuff here, man. Great stuff by these guys. And it's a sleeper team. Nobody picked them to win it all on the broadcast. I'm sure a lot of people don't know who they are. Everybody's like TSM, Alliance. You know, even Fisherman is a part of that Alliance and TSM. Those are 2 of the most popular. Team Liquid, another popular. A lot of popular teams, but man, Dream Fire starting the day off right and winning big. You gotta love it. It's just a warm-up, baby. It's just a warm-up. That's game one. It's a long day of tournaments. Pretty hype stuff, man. Pretty hype stuff. And Kitty looks overhyped. She looked like she had a Red Bull. She looked like she had a coffee, a Red Bull, a Monster energy drink. She looked like she had what's the other energy brands? And look at this, 12 points from them. Alliance got 9. That's strong. Fnatic has 7. No, I'm sorry, 24 for Dreamfire, 16 for Alliance, 12 for Fnatic, 9 for Liquid, Gar with 10. Okay, that's looking really good right now for them. TSM only has 4. You know, they're top dog for most people. And Optic, another team that people really go for, 1 point. So some of the top teams not killing it the way they could, but I'm loving this. Okay, I'm loving this right now. Hype. Yeah, but my boy Fallout had the funniest Twitter. You gotta go to his Twitter yesterday. This guy, bro, he got good energy. I don't know him or anything like that personally, but his energy is always amazing with his interactions with me. Even when broadcasting, I was talking to him about something he said. I didn't like it. I kind of just snapped at him, and he's like, "Hey, I'm sorry. You know, that's not what I meant." And he apologized right away, which showed me it was like he's willing to correct himself, which I am also. I'm very strong, opinionated, but if I feel like someone corrects me, I'm happy because I'm like, "Hey, thank you for teaching me." And Fallout definitely has that energy. He had a funny clip yesterday. You could tell the dude's wired differently. He's wired differently. That's the best way to describe it. Hilarious yesterday. Oh man, I love that guy. Apex got some really good people. I'm honestly just, I get like very what's the word I want to use? I don't even know. But I get very like I can feel it. You know, all of the cool people that I've got to meet, people that I got to interact with, the community itself, just so top tier. It's crazy. It's crazy. So blessed. We blessed. We blessed. We blessed. So yeah, so how the format works is today and tomorrow, these groups will be battling each other. And then we'll get to the bracket side of things where things actually start to pan out at a different level. And we can judge these guys and be like, you know what? No good. Look at Dreamfire right here, man. They really had it. You could tell they got a different swagger to them right now. So, super sick. Sorry, I'm looking at the bracket setup, trying to get a good look at the way the format is. And right now they don't have the full display. And here it is right here. So the way it's working is just like I told you guys, you're gonna go through the Robin rounds first. After that, we'll be in this, which is this bracket stage. This is where all those teams is a double elimination. So the losers from all of this will end up facing off against each other, and then oh hell no, they hit me with an ad, guys. Thanks. Close that out for a second. But so basically the way it works is a double elimination type of round. So this right now, they're setting up for the double elimination. The losers will have to play again tomorrow. Then after that, the winners will play to try to advance. And usually it's like 10 teams will advance automatically. Then the rest will have to, all the losers will have to fight to take the last spots. And then the final 20 will play on Sunday, which is that's it, game over. But the way the tournament works on Sunday is called match point. Basically, each team is fighting to get to 50 points. Then they have to win, get number 1 overall to finish it. So that's how the system works. Pretty sick. I love it. And by the way, apologies. This is a commercial break, let's just say, because they put on commercials here. But yeah, so pretty cool. Very exciting. Give me a second. I'm working on something. All right. So, yeah, so we're literally in the grand finale. $2 million prize pool, and we're about to go back into the broadcast. I just wanted to avoid the commercials. I won't get in trouble. We're doing a watch party, but I don't know how it works. You know, one little sound or one little visual, people will try to claim your video on YouTube, and then like you gotta fight that and go through the drama. Like, I ain't got no time. But yeah, so as you can see right here, this is the setup I was just talking about. Pretty basic, right? It's nothing too crazy. Basically, double elimination, winners and losers bracket. Then they get to the finals, which is this is all happening today or tomorrow, and Saturday and Sunday. Well, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today specifically is the stage for the beginning, which is the group stage. Then we go into the bracket stage where that double elimination gets happening. So, be really cool. Let's go ahead and let's listen in for a second.
Not only did they start strong, they started off with 12 kills after that first game and taking the dub on top of that. I wonder how that's going to add in some of that gap when it comes to the overall results looking at Dreamfire, because it's going to be fantastic. And then you got some heavy hitters like Alliance coming in, Fnatic with a nice positioning on the top end of those train tracks. Now as we move on to game number 2, I'm excited. Are we going to see change up in some of these compositions? Of course, we've been seeing a lot of the Seer. We see Valkyrie as that mainstay for a lot of these teams. Of course, we're also seeing some Gibby-less compositions that actually ended up kind of biting the end of a lot of teams by the end of that game.
Yeah, it's true. I hope we do not see a change up. Reason being, it's too early. Listen, TSM in Sweden was the best use case, the best example. They didn't know what they were doing in terms of team comp. They kept changing things up. Hal wanted to run Wraith. Hal wanted to run Ashe. And in my opinion, you got to stick to the strategy. You got to stick to the game plan. I think that's what we're going to see here from the likes of all of these teams, especially TSM. But let's take a look at our leaderboards from the secondary stream. We, of course, have 2 matches going on. You can catch all the action on twitch.tv/NiceWig. My man Wig holding it down on the B stream. It's Space Station starting strong. Crazy Raccoon, no Raz, no problem, right behind them with a second place finish, and Team Singularity. We talked about this squad and how big of a gap they left in the entire competition in Sweden. They showed up here. Cloud9, 7 points as well.
I know, I love this right here. That is on the other stream that NiceWig and Mr. Greek God is covering as we look at the other side of the page. Furia now. We highlighted them a little bit before when it comes to the composition switch up that we saw from TSM. They're going to be in 11th place right there. You see Hids Watson, of course, making that team just fantastic with 4 kills. And after that, a lot of these teams kind of struggling a little bit, trying to figure out where their niche is in that first game. But of course, I do see a lot of these teams are very momentum-based Fallout.
Yeah, that's right. 100 Thieves, Furia, 2 notable teams, North American on their home turf overall, that didn't necessarily show up in game 1, but we got 5 games to play, a lot of time still, and you wonder for Furia. Talk about his Watson real quick. I mean, his emerge into the scene, ranked grinder, #1 Seer, so dominant and ranked, and then decides to start competing and has taken the Apex competitive world by storm.
Yeah, it threw me off guard too. I see his Watson, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be the sickest Watson we're ever gonna see. Comes through with the Seer. I mean, you gotta start the mind games before you jump into the game. That's the lovely part here as we get to see Team Liquid, TSM out here in the booth. They're getting ready right now. They're kind of talking a bit, looking like they're having some fun, and that's also incredibly important.
So important, and I gotta actually point point that out, right? Again, Chan was sniped on last week in Vegas, and he was saying if Hal tilts and goes full tilt, it's it for TSM. The team lives and breathes and dies by him, similar to NRG, and ultimately, he recognizes that. And I've been so impressed in particular by Hal's maturity and his evolution as a leader and a mature human being as a competitive Apex Pro player. Similar to this man on screen right now, it's Hakis, the IGL, the captain of this squad, who is nothing but mature, obviously former military, and treats his approach to competitive gaming in Apex really in a militaristic way in terms of how he approaches regimen, preparation, and leading his team.
Yeah, and then you have his teammates, of course, Wives and Yuki. Yuki, you highlighted before, the god out here who's been able to not only be on that dating show model at the same time. I mean, he's got everything. I mean, what does this guy not do at this
There's
point?
a clip on YouTube of him doing yoga with a lady in China. You gotta check it out if you haven't yet. Someone, please, competitive Reddit, help us out here, post it. No, I'm just playing. Big shout out to Yuki. And then you got Scars, the champions from ALGS European Championship in year 1. We know what they're capable of. Of course, Team Burger on screen, Waltzy and co. And then reps. The Scottie Pippen to the Michael Jordan. Everybody knows that this team would not be what it is without the right-hand man of Hal, the MJ of Apex. It's reps. And then, of course, they got a little Steve Kerr going on with Verhulst, the young shooter. Man, Verhulst, the 90s Bulls, reincarnated in Apex Legends.
And talk about Verhulst. He's been absolutely killing it in scrims. I feel like that actually trickles down to a lot of the respect that we saw in that early fight between Optic Gaming and TSM.
Yep.
Let's see if we're going to see some sort of contention like that there, too.
Yeah, and I tweeted out a video. I was in the gym this morning, Vicky. I was the only one there. 7:38 a.m. Who walks in? Verhulst himself.
He's ready.
He rips off the TSM jersey like he's ready to enter into an NBA arena or something, jumps on the treadmill. Listen, I respect his regimen. I don't know if anyone knows this, but he used to wear a heart rate monitor when he played. Reason being, he wanted to control his heart rate, and that's why he's so cold in these scenarios, ice in his veins. He's able to control his heart rate. He's able to clutch and perform unlike anything I've seen before, because the man literally trains in competitive gaming with a heart rate, Vicky. Have you ever heard of anything like that in your life?
That's insane. That's actually insane. Incredible talent here from Verhulst that we've seen all the way back then, starting off on ESA. It's great to see how far he's been able to come with a team like TSM. As we get started here, we're going to get set up for game number 2. A lot of our legends here sitting up in these booths, just trying to compose themselves after a pretty high intense game number 1.
Yeah, that's right. And you know, speaking of Verhulst on that old ESA roster, now Optic Gaming, a lot of discussion. Should he have stayed on that team? I mean, they were number 1 in Pro League. They couldn't be touched with Verhulst on it. They pick up Noct, and you know, justice for Noct, hashtag. I mean, obviously came through, but nonetheless, it was Verhulst leaving for TSM and Optic Gaming who just continued to dominate. They won the Pro League in Split 1. They won the Pro League in Split 2. They were perfect in Pro League. The question is for this team, can they win a major championship? It has been elusive. They have yet to win a major competition in
I got a
ALGS.
text from my
Fourth
sister
place, I
about some
believe,
stuff. I had to check
Split
in, make sure
2
everything's cool.
playoffs in
Nothing I can do today. It's already. Wait a minute. It's 2 o'clock. Oh. Yeah. Alrighty. All right. So apologies, guys. Text from my sister. We got to listen to some of the audio. I'm gonna be doing that a lot, that on and off. I want to say for the first game, I like the fact that I saw teams with different comps. Of course, that's gonna change. Everybody goes back to the standard. Gibby, Gibby and Valkyrie are must-haves to a certain extent. The thing with esports in general, players use whatever is the most powerful, whatever is the most useful in the games. So if you give me a bazooka, I'm going to use a bazooka. I might like the machine gun, the assault rifle or whatever. But if a bazooka is going to let me dominate teams, then we'll throw a bazooka on there. It's just sadly how it works. So you're going to see a lot of Gibby. I complain about it, but I also love to see the best teams. So in competitions at this point, at this high of a level, you have to have Peacekeeper or a Mastiff in order to compete.
Why? Because a Gibby's bubble forces you to have one, or you're gonna lose the fight most of the time. You can't win a Gibby fight, and you can. Anybody watching can correct me. Feel free to lie to yourself, but correct me that you can't win Gibby fights often if you don't have a shotgun. So basically, without a shotgun, you can't win Gibby fights. Often is all I'm saying. So that in mind, players practice with a shotty, and they got to have that one shot type of gun. You know, the EVA 8 was broken for years, and that would be the weapon they use because you could just get off a lot of rounds, be very aggressive with it. But that thing got nerfed, which is good. And then now we have a better overall system. You know? So my mind is preoccupied because my sister texts me about something on her house. But doesn't look like it's an emergency, but sure it isn't. Yeah, so shout out to Dreamfire, man, winning that first game. You know what's crazy? I love to see underdogs. We saw underdogs last year. Can we have another one? That'd be amazing, life-changing for them and life-changing for the brand and for everything that they're doing. And you know, I want to look these guys up. Somebody got to give me the info on who these guys are, because I don't have a clue. You know, I'm supposed to be a host here, and I've watched them play and get here, but I don't know the details. What I remember from these guys, you know, they're fairly new. Like 2 years ago, they started this whole movement. They coming in hot to make a name for themselves. You know, I believe they're one of the teams from APAC South, taking it in and coming in strong. You gotta love what they're doing. And I'm talking about Greenfire, by the way, guys. This is the scouting report I have. You know, last year, December, they came in 4th place. They did really good. Again, playing in different divisions is not the same as playing in an actual land event. So when you see teams, you wonder like, okay, are they really good? What is going on? Guys are good. Showcase it on that first game. Wasn't a fluke, I can promise you, because it's not easy to win. So you know, they were doing incredible back in APAC South. So you know, we'll see what they can do. I'm rooting for those underdog type players. Shout out to everybody watching. Thank you very much. I hope y'all enjoying. We're literally just getting started watching game number 2 of the ALGS. I'm gonna do a little bit of commentary. We're gonna listen to some of their commentary, talking about one of the teams that just won the first game, and now we're here watching game 2, seeing if they can do it again or who's got what it takes in this scenario. If you're watching and you want to get on the chat and voice chat with me, go to the Discord for Apex and get on there. Let's just talk. I just want to talk about this game. Well, you watch it with me and we'll just discuss it, as well as Apex in general. Just chilling, man. It's just a chill stream. No pressure here. We're not here for anything else other than to enjoy ourselves during these matches, scout some of these teams. Got players that played for us in these events. There's so many people on there. I don't know their names. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have all their usernames that they use for the Pro League, but in my tournaments, there's a bunch of them. You know, they DM me, thanking me for the opportunities. They got recruited off of our events, things like that happen. And I'm blessed to just, you know, enjoy this community and have fun with watching. About Infinity right now just got 2 teams trying to shoot them down. They made it through without getting hit somehow. But they're in the thick right here. They're right at the edge of the map, and this means that they can chokehold a team or it can bump into a team who wants to start pushing other teams back. So having a Seer for some reason right now is looking really, really popular. And I want to check the pick rate. Jazzy Ryan Pickle. What a name. I got to be careful reading these names. Y'all be tricky, dude. That's a safe name. Jazzy Ryan Pickle Me. Shout out to you, man. What was the team that you were in? Can you send me some info on that? A lot of times I ask players to send me like a tweet or some type of post from social media showcasing that they did get signed. It really means a lot to me when it does happen. You know, players, you know, do me the favor, and then I get to see it and feel proud, like, damn, we helped someone get a sponsorship, or, you know, we help teams get sponsorships, we help teams get signed. You know, it's nothing that we do, but hosting the events creates opportunities for whoever wants to take advantage of them, you know? So there's nothing like I do nothing that's, well, I'm gonna go and coach you or something. No, I just host tournaments. But teams that are smart will try to get sponsorships, or players that are smart are networking and taking the clips of their games and posting it up on social media, talking about they want to get signed, and, you know, things like that. So congratulations if it's true. Send me a clip on Discord so that I could check it out. And look who we have here, the one and only Electric Siren. Always a pleasure. Actually, one of our player representatives. We just started with the player representatives. Basically, it's a way like to have a players union, building people we trust and respect in the CBL. We're gonna give them permissions, let them run events, and let them do things in the future. So you're in the presence of greatness right now. Electronic has been certified by CBL, just a great member. So thank you for coming by. The Seer is death meta right now. For sure, I love it. And people were mad at me. People were mad at me, man, when Seer first came out. And I'm gonna admit it again, even though I should let it go. I played like 12 hours a day as Seer when he first came out, non-stop, abusing all of his powers. And I felt like the troll. I never troll people like that in game. I'm not one of those guys. I felt like I was trolling, like I was cheating, like I was gonna get banned. But it was fun. It was hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And I was just having the time of my life. I can remember, I was like, damn, this is great. Remember Horizon when she came out? When they made her powerful, I was like, woo! You know, it's just like, you know, it's terrible to admit, but those are fun times, right? I prefer to get a really powerful legend than a boring ass weak legend to start off, and you're like, I don't want to ever play him again. He sucks. That's all I gotta say. All right. Yeah, but I wanted to confess my truth. You said in rank, almost every team has him. He's a solid character, yeah, for sure. I think the first CBL tournament I played this Seer. That's dope. Yeah, Seer's fun, and he's smart. You know, like, you're gonna pop your passive all the time for your team. Like, okay, let me look what's going on out here, and you're always using it instead of just being like a fragger going out for kills. You're the scout. You're really scouting with him. He's like the most heavy duty scout, because with Bloodhound you just press his wall hack and that's it. But with Seer you have to actively use his passive to check the area, see where people are, and do it again every couple seconds. So he's fun and he's strategic, you know. So he's balanced now. He's not as abusive when I was playing him. I stopped playing him after they fixed him. Oh, just being honest. But I hope y'all enjoying it, man. We're having a good time right now with these matches. I'm just chilling out, man. I'm like on a celebration mode. We're really proud of this. feel like this is a part of my tournaments. It is. And, you know, we're just building on top of all of this as we go forward. So super, super, super excited. I'll be doing watch parties every day. I don't know when I'm going to start one. I know, let me just say like this. Let me look at the schedule real quick because that's going to help me kind of determine my times. So tomorrow I can do whenever. Saturday I have a podcast, so I won't be able to do it in the afternoon. But Saturday night for the final brackets, oh hell no, I'm gonna miss the first 2 hours of the winners bracket tomorrow. I mean Saturday. Saturday at 1 p.m. the winners bracket starts, and that's one that I want to see because it's gonna let some teams advance. I don't know if it's 5 or 10 for this one, so that's gonna be crazy. That's important. Who do you guys got winning, by the way? Jazzy, Ryan, and Electronic Siren. I always say Electronic, and I'm sure that she's tired of me. And I also call her a he. I'm just gonna get banned. I'm just gonna get banned. Just calling her a he, and then calling him or her, and then I'm like, let me identify you as how I feel today. Okay? He, her, a legend, an Apex player, a predator, a noob. Let me call you what I want. But what are y'all predictions on who's winning? I need to know now. I don't want to hear it on Sunday when there's only the... We can do another prediction on Sunday once we find out the actual final 20. But who do you got winning? It's a lot of teams and it's too many to name, to be honest with you. But yeah. Who do you got? I'm having a hard time like picking one. I already said what I said. I said that for me, it's all coming down to whoever has the Gibby. My one prediction. I'm standing by it. I mean, not the Gibby, the crypto at the end. Once match point happens, the team with crypto will win the tournament. You don't even know what teams there even are. There's a lot, so I would have to like run through every single team, which is sheesh. Let me see. I'm trying to find the list here to see if I could name it. Nope, I don't have the list. We'll look at them later. We're gonna see them after this match. Wait a minute, we're in match 3 already? Oh no, we're not. There's 9. This is how you know it's a pro player lobby, guys. This is what's crazy. I'm gonna turn off my camera thing real quick. Oh man. So there's 18 teams, and the 4th ring is about to begin in a second. 18. Look at the top right of my screen. 18 teams still left. I repeat, 18 teams. That's all I gotta say. What does that mean? That means this is pro level type of play. Everybody's playing smart. Everybody's playing to win. Look at this third party situation. IQ in here with TSM. Oh my goodness. TSM is in a situation where there's a third party as well. So they got to be very careful. We're going to see who survives in this scenario. Oh my goodness. Here we go. TSM sitting comfortable, but they have BR right next to them. And you got to be careful. Seer using his ultimate. And I think TSM sees that there's a second team. So they're going to be very, very careful here. They have to be extremely careful. This is a very dangerous situation. You don't want to be in long gunfights. If you're a pro player, a pro team, you want to finish them off in 60 seconds or less because another team is coming for you. And that's what's happening right now to TSM. They're getting hit from the outside. They're down to their last player. Oh my goodness. Rips. Good massive shot there. He ripped it, but he's getting pushed by a third party scenario right now. And he's got to survive this with a Maggie all alone. And he is eliminated. TSM gets taken out by Burger. Jazzy Ryan literally just predicted this. Well, he predicted the Burgers to win it all. What's up with you and Burgers, bro? You hungry? Or you really like the team? Be honest. Are you hungry or you really like the team, man? Don't lie. Tell me the truth. Because I like a burger too, man. I got to have like a double stack burger, though. Because I like the meat, you know? Like, if I'm usually vegan on and off, but for years now. But if I'm going to get a burger, which I definitely want, it needs to be double stacked. Nice, juicy. Thick. I like them thick. My team beat them in the other tournament. Oh, that's why you picking them? So you can have the bragging rights. I got you. Well, check out Alliance right now. They're a little bit busy. There's 4-5 teams in this area. And make that 6. I'm sorry. I lied. 6 teams in this area. And Alliance is on the outside of a building trying to push. But they got to be careful. This is what I was talking about earlier. You go ahead and you think you're a tough guy. You start picking off some shots. But 2 other teams are going to surround you. And things are getting real right now. You know, there's only 10 teams left. 6 of them are in this specific area right here where Alliance is. They have to get a better position for the ring and to be able to fight off these teams. So I'm liking what they're doing. They're pushing deeper into the ring, but they're out in the open. They got to be careful and have their Gibby ready. Dude. Right now, Scar trying to figure it out. It's a tough situation, guys. He's here by himself and he's just trying to survive, right? That's what you want to do. But the only way to survive is to take these guys out. And look at this. He does. Gets his teammate's banner. Oh, he gets hit from above. That Valkyrie cleaned him up. IG in the building. Gotta love it right now. IG doing really good right here. Controlling 2 spaces. It's a dangerous game to play, but, you know, moving away from your team. But Valkyrie is safe up top here. She can really win this fight. And look at this. Rejects coming in with the guns blazing. Again, there's 8 teams left. Rejects getting hit and down right now. They're about to get eliminated. It doesn't look good for them. They're going to have to try and survive with a Valkyrie. You hope you can hit your ultimate to get out of there. But, man, he is in the thick of it with another rat. Downs him with the Mastiff. Beautiful shots. Perfectly done, but he gets eliminated. And once again, this is the game we play, guys. Third party scenario. And I like Sotu. I don't even know how to say their name. I remember I've been saying it wrong last tournament. 6 teams left. EXO coming out trying to make a name for themselves right now. Man, you know, I want to see these stats and stuff. I actually have never tried all this Twitch stuff that they have. Somebody should teach me. And I'm liking IG. Again, I told you they had good placement earlier. Rotation, I'm sorry. And now they're falling into the open. Good drop right there, actually. NRG having the God spot, I would say, in this position with the Gibby. They're comfortable in this scenario, more or less. So I'm liking it because they can suppress every team and the other teams have to move up towards them. So pretty much everybody's going uphill to NRG. I'm predicting NRG top 2 in this scenario. If they can hold teams off, teams will have to face against each other, fight each other, and then all of a sudden NRG will end up top 3 definitely. And right now it's only 4 teams left. Fnatic going in for the finish. Beautiful shots. One of them goes down. Can they finish it? Oh, yes, they do. Fnatic surviving. Barely. It looks like NRG is coming in for the finale here. There's only 3 teams left. NRG, Fnatic down to one last player, and they got their team back up. So coming in hot, last two teams, NRG versus EXO. Can they do it is a question. My gosh. Whoa. And it looks like EXO's still trying to recover. They need to heal up here and take their time because they're not in a good position right now. It looks like NRG's been comfortable for the moment. The way the ring ends, there's not going to be any playground in the center. So both these two teams have to hold to the very last second, and then they're going to make a move edging in. And right now, Sweet is really, really smart, holding a different angle than the one where his teammates are. And this could actually be beneficial or hurt them, I think. And he groups back up with them, and now they're in the last fight, bubble fight. EXO doing real good to be able to pop a bat during the situation is critical. NRG wiping down one of their players. It's a 2-on-2, 1-on-1. And no, EXO getting it done. Taking out a big name. NRG going down to EXO. And guys, the first two games by two teams that you 100% slept on. Nobody thought EXO. Nobody thought Dreamfire. And here we are. Hot. Them cats didn't sleep and they played all night long. Gotta love it. Props to them. And there you go. The first match. And let's go listen into some of the comms here.
Sweet, and they try to fully send it. Also taking on to the high ground, EXO coming in from Thailand that you love to see here between a lot of our teams now. Look at this.
We already know we had to, listen, my man Killer Pose is going suns out, guns out. We're going to rock it here. You know, no, I'm just playing. I'm not that guy. I swear to God, I'm not that guy. Vic, you think I'm that guy? You guys think I'm that guy in the crowd here? Should I be that guy?
I love it. I love the crowd here in the PNC Arena. Now that we close up game number 2, I mean, a lot of these teams really throwing a wrench to a lot of the North American teams that we're so used to seeing.
That's a fact. EXO, again, APAC North, APAC South. On top, back-to-back wins for APAC South, Vicky. Put some respect on this region's name as we had Team Burger, Sutaraiku, and of course, Dark Zero perform in Sweden. Well, guess what? 2 out of our top 5 teams from APAC South, our third place team Fnatic with 15 points, and NRG second place, only 12 points.
I mean, they were kind of stationed up there by the northern side of the circle for a long time. Yeah, they had a lot of opportunities to kind of sweep through those kills, but they only were able to get 3 here. Looking on the other side of the page, Infinity, FA Kitties there on the 12th place spot with only 1 kill. TSM as well on the second page, again with Optic Gaming and Team Liquid.
And that's the big question, right? TSM with an aggressive comp. What that means, well, we've seen a lot of this from TSM. We've seen a lot of this from Team Liquid in the Pro League in terms of stats. They're the 2 top teams in terms of their inability to get top 2. They get 3rd through 7th place finishes, but if you're not getting 1st or 2nd, you're not getting a ton of placement points, and it's certainly showing. As we take a look at the overall leaderboard, it is APAC North, Fnatic in 1st, APAC South in 2nd and 3rd. Every region but NA right now in the top 5.
And I think it's so important to highlight why Fnatic is sitting in that 1st place spot, because they have taken that high ground positioning in these 2 northern circles from the very beginning, time and time again, and they were able to clean up so much KP, regardless if they are in 1st place or not. They still are within those top 5 every single time.
Yeah, Team Burger and Sutaraiku showing up. 4 APAC South teams on display here. I mean, it's just crazy to see, crazy to think. What a showing right now as we take a look at all our North American teams. We got TSM, we got Optic Gaming in last place. We have some of our NA teams not necessarily showing up that we thought they would, but guess what, Biggie? We're only 2 games in. We got a lot of Apex to play.
Absolutely. We got all of this action for not only today, throughout the entire weekend. 12 games being played today. The last remaining 6 in this group stage will be played tomorrow. So it's going to be really nice to see how some of these teams make those adjustments between day 1 and day 2.
That's right. We take a look at our winning
Optic Gaming in last place somehow.
This is Dreamfire. So I'm just game 1. Incorrect winning squad. We'll get that corrected for you here in just a second.
I didn't predict them to win it all, but they're always,
the guy with
showing out.
Crowd, you can cheer as long as you want.
Still
I can't
early.
be that guy
Still
anymore.
early.
Sorry, I'm done with
Fallout's
that. I spent so much time with
bro.
Nick Burks in Vegas last week. Clearly, it's rubbing off on me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're back. We're back.
I gotta say that. Shout out to Nick Burks, of course. Another one of the biggest Apex fans out here. Now we get to see
Fallout is wild.
EXO coming through. Now looking at the damage
that was
output.
crazy. to see the numbers right there. We just saw the numbers. They gave us the breakdown. There's no right or wrong answer here. It's still early, you know what I mean? Like, not get in over our heads and get crazy with it. Still enough games to be played. A long night, you know what I mean? And they have to face other teams. It's also about the groups. People are not used to certain play styles, you know? Some teams are super aggressive, others are real defensive. Other teams are using legends that you hardly see in comp. You know, it can throw your game off. So that's what's dope about these. That's why I like these rounds, because in the end of the day, you know, you're gonna get to the finals, but you have to face every type of team at the start. So I love it. I love it. I love it. So the leaderboards right now, from the second matches that we're not watching, Space Station, I can dig it. AG, I love those guys. Crazy Raccoons, got it. Okay, Cloud9, nice. Some good games happening on the other side. This is the second match. Nice Wig is hosting those. What's going now? Let me just look at the teams. Phoenix is in there. I'm looking at 100 Thieves. Okay. It's looking good.
The champions.
Let's
from
listen to that
Sweden,
real quick.
who is so talented, also find themselves alongside Optic Gaming and TSM on the second page.
As well as Pulverix, actually, on the second page, too,
Yep.
on the later half of things. Pulverix, who
Formerly
got,
Team Ignite.
I believe, third in the Sweden playoffs. So interesting to see the overall results that we're seeing right now. It kind of trickles down to how were the scrims going on for some of these teams, and how has it affected them in their mindset, their composition, and maybe the nerves that they're experiencing so far in this live tournament with a nice live audience who gets to see them perform here at the championship.
Doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than this moment right here, right now. This is the ALGS Championships. We're 2 games in on World's Edge. Our last game of World's Edge is coming right after this.
Check this out real quick. Woo. Let me make this smaller. I'm sorry guys, I'm in the middle of like rearranging my setup here.
This is awesome.
Oh yeah, they announced a new legend. Kind of salty. You know, I want like 1,000 legends, but they put out a new legend for commercials. They put out a new legend for the mobile game. For anybody that's into the mobile, I play it a little bit just to see how it feels, but I'm a console guy. You know, like I'm not heavy on mobile. So where's the stream at? What's going on, man? Where are you? There it is. There it is. No, I had to turn off the broadcast because it's a bunch of advertisements and stuff. But hey, we looking good. It's pretty good so far. I'm already losing my voice. Only 2 games. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna relax. Mellow fellow. But so far so good. It's been pretty exciting. Some good games. Some new blood as far as like, you know, unfortunately we have our bias. We see the top teams. We're like, oh, those guys are gonna win again. You expect the same type of results, but you know, sometimes you get better experiences, you know, as far as new teams doing something crazy. I think that's fun. I love it. I might actually play some Apex while I watch if the if the matches take long in between.
like it's doing right now. They put out a commercial break, basically. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Trying to see the actual results. Last circuit, they had a great live updates on this thing. Today, it doesn't feel like they're doing that. I want the results. Not happening. All right, so it's back. Perfect. And let me look at this. All right, here are the teams. I ain't gonna be able to name all these, but Dark Zero, AD, 100 Thieves, Ascend, Funnel, Space Station, Crazy, Raccoons. There's so much more. It's literally the next game is starting in 10 seconds, so not worth trying. Tons of teams to pick from. Again, I couldn't pick myself. I decided to. The best crypto is gonna win. The trophy's fire. Just listen in for a second.
It takes so you do this
yeah.
part.
Oh, yeah. You know, guys, we are here now in the PNC Arena. The championships are now 2 games in, and we got a third one coming up soon.
That's right. 2 games down, and all Apex South to start. What a start for them. Exo Clan looking so incredibly sharp. We saw Dreamfire obviously doing the same exact thing. And obviously these are 2 teams I would not have had circled. I mean, literally in my notes here, I did not even include them in the championship caliber lobby that we have here. I mean, Dreamfire has done it before. Champions of Split 1 Pro League in the APAC region. We know what they're capable of. They've never won a major tournament competition. And then Exo Clan, obviously a notable name in the history of competitive Apex. Used to be this Reignite, now Dark Zero roster. Picked up this Thailand squad, and maybe they're not regretting it. They're looking good. Kill a pose. What's up, man? You see him? What is going on with his eyes right now?
Oh,
Hit in the
He's
middle.
the
It's
heathen.
hilarious.
My man's an absolute even hours.
Rolling through, man. You have to see it here. Fnatic, of course, as well, holding on to the first place spot in the overall leaderboards, despite not winning a game yet. Either's Japan fully swinging. Shout out to our Japanese team, our squads that are back at home who are watching the tournament. Fantastic Japanese fans, as well as the fans that we have currently in the crowd right now, seeing a lot of this international representation currently. It's great. It's fantastic.
That's right. I think I saw someone in the crowd holding a cold beverage. Is that confirmation? Yes, Deltouche is so happy right now. We got some bevies live here in the arena.
That was his priority. He needed to know.
So
He needed
it
to
is.
know.
Deltouche did need to know. That was the most important thing to determine yesterday. Shout out to my man Touche in the building as well. My man Deltouche showing up. We got, rumor has it, Grayson Allen going to be making an appearance. Lulu Lovely going to be coming through. We got Nicewig, Mr. Greek holding it down. And then, of course, live on the main stage, we got Imperial Hal and Sweet Dreams ready to put on a show for game number 2. I see a sign that says TSM and passion
Game
on
number
it.
3.
We'll see if that passion can come through in game 3.
As the arena gets filled up after taking a little break now, we are getting set up and ready to dive into game number 3, last game on World's Edge before we start swapping over to Stormpoint.
That's right, Detonation Gaming, a squad that showed up really, really well in Sweden, but unfortunately playing with a team of 2 here. As you look at the map and overhead, as we will jump into display in a second, the overall hot zone, well, guess what? It's going to be where the FA Kitties drop over in Lava Siphon, and they are going to bully the entire central Lava Siphon drop spot and south, not leaving a whole lot for IG. Bryn trying to pick up some scraps, but take a look. They're going to do a split drop IG. RKN dropping No Name Village and picking up that loop, but needs to be careful for Infinity and Geyser nearby.
Especially with Lava Siphon being the hot drop here for FA Kitties. It's going to be scary here for IG to even try to pick up a little bit of those scraps before they have to start rotating. But NRG love this circle
Love
for
it.
all the right reasons. look at where this next circle is going to be pulling. It's not going to be one of those northern circles that we've seen before, but seeing staging here, this is the circle that Sweet has mentioned that he absolutely
I don't
enjoys.
know.
They start off here in staging, and now they're going to stick here as
don't
EXO.
know.
We get to see currently the winners of game number
NRG
2
or
as they
Alliance
make
is
their
winning
rotation
game
after
number 3.
looting up Epi
Mark
off
my
to the
words.
north side to see
It's
where
my
they're going to
prediction.
rotate
I'm
around.
looking at the map
That's right. Well,
layout.
it's about time we get
They
a
have the
southern
easiest
zone, which should fare well for TSM as they like to
spot
play
to
edge
hold.
with this team comp. Also, EXO, your champions for game 2. We got to hop on board with them to kick things off. We'll see if they can go back to back with a good performance here. It's Killapose, my man again, suns out, guns out. Have you ever seen an esports athlete roll up his sleeves and compete like that?
I mean-
ever in your life?
I
you
mean-
come from Smash. I mean, you got some crazy.
We got some controller spikes out here. It's a little bit of different
they sleeveless
environment.
though.
Yeah. You gotta
happens.
It's good. They show up their guns in a different way.
Yeah,
with the arms
yeah,
and the
yeah.
controller out here. Fnatic here, of course, again, that team that we were talking about before, still sitting in first place despite not taking a game just yet, but it's those points and the positioning that they've been able to secure that has allowed them to sit in this spot.
That's right. Optic Gaming dropping and getting the entire southeast side of the map to themselves. They get Big Mode, they get Dome if they want it, they get Lava City, they can split drop and not have to worry about a thing in this lobby. So you'd think that Optic would be faring so well given the fact that they don't have a lot to lose. But actually, the truth is, this team actually prefers a team to drop Lava City or to drop Dome behind them because they love taking that fight. They can take that fight without risk of third party, especially in northern zones because everyone's rotating. So instead, not having that early easy clap 3 KP is actually not ideal for Optic, in my opinion.
You saw one tappy a little bit to the side, right next to NRG. Some of these squads already taking their time to actually rotate in. That's Detonation Gaming. That's actually sharing some of that space with them as Alliance. You see Yuki actually falling pretty low. Godfather fire on the other side. Honestly, so inclined to say it with the way that they've been playing, especially rocking that Valk heirloom that looks fantastic. Alliance inside of that little building here. Wondering if there is that beacon that's right on top of Burger. We're going to have to see here as their names are covering up that little rooftop. But Team Burger having the opportunity to note that that is Alliance on the other side there. So they're going to keep their eyes on that squad over to the side. And they do have beacon control, so they already know where this next circle is going to be pulling.
That's right. It's a really fast rotate going to come through from Team Burger. They drop in tree, so as you'd expect, they'll be splitting and sharing Thermal Station with an early rotate. Meanwhile, we have Godfire, the former Elevate squad Cinderella story. It was such a remarkable story at that in Sweden, barely qualified to be the only team to represent South America. Brazilian flag waving behind them, and of course online, the Brazilian Apex community and esports community blew up. One of the best moments I've seen in all of esports was Nelas and the entire team been crying backstage. What a remarkable moment that was.
There's somebody's birthday there from that squad there
was,
too, so
yeah,
that was such a
Been
great birthday gift.
Nelas with that. Yep.
Talking about showing guns, you know, that was the same day we saw F-Chan coming out with the guns.
Yeah.
She got a roll up those sleeves, talking about it before. Charge rifle though, Matutash managing to land those shots. Got the 3-time scope and the purple sniper stock at the ready here. A lot of these squads managing to rotate around through survey here, but they're gonna have a nice line of sight over by EXO as they are making the rotation, forcing up the dome already.
That's right. Got Matsutasu on screen alongside Yuka and Meltstera. Of course, this former Game With team that going into Sweden was not considered to be the top 2, top 3 team in APAC North. It was easily AD Raccoon back then, now AD. It was Crazy Raccoon, it was a few others, but they showed up, and as a result, they get signed.
I'll let y'all
by
listen
one of
to the
most
comms a little
historic
bit.
and reputable orgs
I don't know if
in
y'all
all of
prefer me or
competitive
them, but
gaming
that's what we're
esports.
doing,
It's
back and
Fnatic.
forth.
What an honor,
What
what
do
an
y'all think?
opportunity here for them. And they've been showing up so far. They've been playing really, really well, the Japanese.
A little mixture.
We see them coming out all the time. The audience so big there for competitive esports. Fnatic now making their move. Looking great in terms of Evo shields. You can see right now they are rocking that purple Evo shield. They're trying to see whether they want to fully send it onto this team or if they want to take their time here. Of course, that circle is closing, but it's only round 1 here, so they could take their time before making the commitment to start rotating to the southern part of the map, where first time we get to see a nice little crack right here on the Gibby. Matutasu now trying to move in. Look at this split position too, kind of similar to what we've seen from NRG in game number 2. Matutasu is on that high ground over by the hill with the charge rifle. Could get covered here as Yuka's also taking a nice little off angle to see where EXO's gonna go.
That's right, so we'll keep watching this northern fight as teams are going to situate themselves in the southern side of the map here. And I'd actually love to jump on board at some point. Just a quick look at NRG because they love to play that choke. I wonder if they're playing that choke north of Thermal Station, or did they go into Thermal Station?
By the sniper tower is what I was thinking there too, because NRG could make that rotation away from staging there.
Yeah, they actually did.
And they could play by the corner of that circle like you were talking about before, and they are inside, not the top of the sniper tower, but they are split a little bit by the lower end And you can see Sweet is actually on the high ground since he is on the Valk. He's got that bow check. He's got that
baby.
2 times, which means that he probably had enough time to actually utilize that replicator while they were taking their time in staging.
Yeah, and it was Nathan who had that insane clip with the Bocek bow in, I think it was Split 1 Pro League. Since then, Bocek's become a legitimate contender as a weapon in meta. CFA Kitty's trying to get some damage here, and I think that might be a squad that. It might be Optic Gaming, to be honest with you. On that rotate, Optic doing what they do.
I'm gonna mute them for a second and just chat. I feel like commentary, you know, always having my camera in the commentary is better. Not better than them. I'm not trying to make it a competition, but better in the sense, you know, it's a watch party. Hey, by the way, so check this out. Right here, I was talking about was it Optic Gaming? Yeah, Optic Gaming and NRG are both holding thermal station. So this is right here critical. They've been holding this since the beginning of the game. They both dropped in this area, but now there's 5 teams in this area, as you could see, and they're gonna have to figure it out because NRG is holding the best spot, and everybody else is just trying to get their hands on it. Never know. NRG can win this. They just got to hold. I always tell a lot of new players to say, listen, if you can't hold in Apex, you're going to have a hard time because you can get the best position, but you're going to lose it right away against a great team. So they'll down one of your players from far. They'll start pushing, you know, just do so much damage. You don't have any heals. No, it's an endurance battle also. It's not just run and gun. But we'll be back over there later because there's going to be a lot of action over there when it does kick off. And TSM at the edge of the map, they're going to have to figure it out right now. They can get some KP here though. So this is good for them. They're cornering a team here. They're trying to make a decision on what they're going to do to take them out. And I like this play right here. They might be able to sneak up on them through the window. See if it actually works. And it's against Fnatic. Uh-oh. So Fnatic's doing really nice so far. And they're about to get pushed. So we'll see how that works out. TSM 2-manning it on the push while the 3rd man is in the window. Pretty smart move. I like it. And interesting setup for TSM. And I'm liking what Fnatic did here. They got their Watson. They keep on holding and doing the right thing. Could I just watch and be quiet the whole time? Is that legal? I don't want to get banned for like just watching. You know what I mean? Like this guy is doing a watch party. He's not talking. It's like I actually want to just watch. Not all the time, but you know, a little bit. Be nice. $2 million prize is the crazy part about it. TSM and Fnatic, again, like I told y'all, sometimes teams will just back off and get out of the situation. No need to fight if you don't have to. And they both decided to back off. Smart move, in my opinion. Could dig it. Should probably put the audio on.
By the sniper tower, as well as taking up the real estate in the bottom. That's denying two teams an opportunity from taking up that same real estate. But IG now have the high ground over here, and they need to be safe with this because they're still rocking 2 white Evo shields.
That's right. They get a little bit of a hot take here. That's what we got to do. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if PKMK is that guy for this squad.
really?
I mean, look at FA Kitties
Shut up.
with Artico, one of
gotta
the best
share
teams in the
with
world,
Rachel.
let alone the best teams in Europe. You know, Titans alongside Alliance.
Here's how to fold
They have
a
not
fitted
performed with
sheet.
PKMK and Artico. I don't know if it's PKMK or it's Artico's absence. Obviously, Artico's such a talented player. My heart goes out to Artico and everyone from Ukraine right now with everything that they're going through. We know Strafey would love to be here competing with his brothers right now. But nonetheless, his absence is certainly felt.
It's difficult here to make some of these adjustments, especially when it really matters here. Optic Gaming now in some trouble themselves. Sees that maybe another squad may be behind them just in case, kind of cover the real estate here. As Nox going to pop that shield bat, they're going to be able to take control over this building. Going to share that here with another squad over by the other side. Meanwhile, Alliance have not moved from that spot, but Hockey's decided to move up a little bit.
That's what Hockey's does. Likes to put himself in positions to make plays. Honestly, one of the best playmakers, you know, very similar to Hal, very similar to Sweet. A lot of confidence coming through from Hockey's. The older competitors, 27 years old, from Sweden. One of 2 Swedish competitors alongside his teammate Weiss. We'll see if they take that fight. Meanwhile, TSM on the rotate. They find themselves with Dreamfire nearby. Reps is too far, though. They wanted this fight, but Reps isn't there. If they have a Maggie there, it is maybe goodbye and good night for Dreamfire. But Hal wants this.
See, managed to put down the Seer. Oh, he's going to have a lot of that information here, but Verhulst in too much trouble, gets melted down, but they trade here as Reps gets another one down here onto Bolin. Now Dreamfire in some trouble to see if they could get that res. You can see them with the quick res, managing to put him back in the game here, and with the gold backpack too is incredibly essential here.
Yeah, this is the high risk, high reward play, right, from TSM. And here we go. We talked about episode 2. Fnatic nearby. Fnatic doesn't want that smoke. They don't want to fight. They're going to let the third party happen. And that's something you realize is in the APAC North region, it's really weird. If you watch their gameplay, they let 3v3 fights happen. They don't really care to third party. They will let a 3v3 clean fight continue without third party, and we'll see if that changes here as Dreamfire is going to push up.
Yeah, they want to prioritize positioning so that way they can just use the charge rifle that they have in their arsenal so that way they can just poke from afar without having to overextend and put themselves in a bad position. But look at this canyon, the TSM canyon that we've seen them land before time and time again, but they're stuck in the side here. Fnatic now trying to get these knocks. Nice little PK shot there as Yuka manages to get kill across.
Yeah, TSM's going to have such a hard rotate, but this is the best thing that can happen for them is Fnatic fighting EXO nearby, which gives an opportunity for TSM to heal up and maybe loot up, maybe third party this if they can, but they got to be careful because we know that Dreamfire, winners from game 1, are knocking. Nice shots from Elstera, and just like that, Verhulst goes down to Fun, and it's going to be looking very, very bleak for TSM.
The fact that they're able to split that attention so quick there too as Team Liquid find TSM, they're getting some of those knocks. EXO forced to play off of this low ground right here. Meanwhile, Fnatic is still hugging the corner, and that's why they wanted to prioritize their position, because they know that they could just poke from afar. They wanted to see what was more important, and it's to situate themselves in this spot without having to force themselves onto the low ground.
That's right. Fnatic is playing this so well. If you want to write a book on how to play a Watson team comp, look at this Fnatic game as Team Liquid loses 2. All of Nocturnal left to rat up if he can. Fnatic continues to fry everyone in the lobby right now. They are playing this rotate to perfection.
See what they decide to do. They see the Gibby Dome right up ahead on those train tracks. They want to try to get into the high ground as quickly as possible, but will they spot out Noct? That is the question. He is nice and snug right there in those crates.
That's right. EXO already lost 1. It's Killapose. Sleeveless Sensation is out. It's going to be left to his 2 teammates to try and go back-to-back here. Going to be tough to do for EXO Clan, winners of game number 2 from Thailand. Meanwhile, Fnatic from Japan, Yuka F, Matsutasu, and Melstera, recently picked up by Fnatic game with some playoffs. They're just tuning in just to get you up to speed. We jump on board with Reject, another APAC North team, and they're going to be gatekeeping their way to maybe a couple kills here.
Crazy if that Thermite ended up going overhead and then started doing some tick damage to EXO. Noct is like,
Get the
all
rack.
right, y'all could do that. Y'all could do that. I'm just going to mind my own business. Gonna hang out here. Nothing to look at. Doing what Kings usually do as Reject are going to be holding up to this choke point. This is a good position for them, but if they really try to commit to these fights here, they're going to get gate-kept themselves. They're not in that next circle, and with some of these late-game rotations, with these redeploys, Fnatic is going to take the chance. Going to fly right over them, say, you are not going to stop us with this choke point, but they are flying right in the direction of all the squads that we saw rotate earlier on.
I'm reading something.
If Fnatic successfully
I'm watching
finds
your
position
video
here.
something. It's like I
I'm gonna do a
froze,
VOD review
right?
on this game and talk about
What's
how to
going
play
on?
late game comps, but it's not
Jazzy,
gonna happen
I'm letting y'all
easily.
listen to the
They're both gonna get
commentary while
knocked.
I-
No way.
I was reading
Oh,
up
they-
on,
They're 2 of them are gonna get taken out by Godfire. EXO is gonna be eliminated. Alliance
I mean,
eliminated the kill
drops,
feed. That's
the
big.
Twitch drops
Some big names
earnings.
and someone's pretty high
I'm
in the
trying to set it
leaderboards.
up.
Taken out. 2 members alive and left. As TSM still alive as a team of 2.
Actually
Oh,
crazy
man,
right
let
here.
me get back into
CRC's
the
in
game.
some trouble. Junggi.
Oh,
I'm trying to set up the Twitch drops. Hey, let's check out this pretty cool command center where I can pick the teams that I want to watch. And it get interesting. Apologies. Was literally in the middle of trying to figure out the Twitch drops. I was like connecting my account. I already had it connected, but it's saying like I'm weird. Acting like I haven't connected it. Blase, blase, blah. Drops enabled. Thought I had my drops enabled. I've done this before for the previous tournament. You guys can do it too, by the way. It's pretty cool. But all right, so let's look at this. So I can switch teams. I don't even know how to do it. I've never done this. You can go to Hal.
Massive,
Check out
grab that.
what-
Okay.
hear
Give me a
him
second.
scream
We
at
gotta look for a
people.
Moby. I don't see one.
When he starts cursing, apologies to the children that watch my stream.
I'm probably ulting so. There's no Moby, I think. We gotta go back to our spot so nobody zips up and takes it, okay? You ready?
Wait. Okay, we play this side of the wall. We just play our
Did you
side.
grab nades? Yeah. There's
Yeah,
people
I
on
have
low
one
ground so
outside.
that we can shit on them. Like ultimate low ground. Like right below me here. Right below me. There's a team.
We just play our side, bro. Like, we have to just live as long as possible. We can win this game.
Okay. I'm looking for low ground. There's a guy right here. Shoot it there, Jordan.
Falcon's cracked. Down low. I'm popping it back.
Falcon's one down there.
They
Keep on
bumped
your
over here
angles.
too. They bumped over here.
Look, Jordan, look on your side.
I am. Got him. I'm popping it back so I don't go down. I'm not risking
Yo,
it.
how's the man?
One shot on
How's
the guy,
man?
one shot on the
Look at
guy. He's in his corner.
Okay, I'm looking.
Great call right there.
Got him.
Great call.
Good calls.
Nice.
Valk, under Valk.
Okay. We gotta be careful of billing, Yeah, be careful of billing.
I have so many bats. Just fucking. I can drop you anything.
Did
Just
we
don't
get
get walked up on.
Look high.
They're gonna get the other team.
Look under now, look under. Give me.
Shoot the same guys.
Valk one. Gibby, crack.
Nice.
Focus him. Shoot the Gibby now.
Kill the
He's
Gibby.
cracked again.
Dead.
In the knock. Valk.
They're fighting
Valk.
down the team, the other building. They're
I
fighting
know.
down the building.
Kill the Valk down low. Get these kills. Nice.
That's-
Anyone
Nice.
else down low?
Look here. They're fighting.
Great calls by Al.
We're just
Killing
staying in the
right.
zone.
Yes, I
We
know.
got
Just
zone.
stay.
I need
I
heavy. I
got
have 50. I have 50
Oh,
heavy.
we're
I have 50
calling
heavy.
Al.
50
I don't have
heavy.
heavy. I don't have heavy.
Save your ammo.
I got one.
Ash on the back.
Are there any bodies you can go loot?
Yo, the dudes both don't have ammo
Valk flash
right now.
inside.
They don't have ammo.
Gibby.
They're
100 on
still
Gibby.
pushing this. We're about to get the
Kill the Gibby. He's gonna burn. Kill him. He's one.
I'm gonna pass by. Pull it back. Just look over me, Jordan.
Okay.
I need to get back to you, okay?
I got 40 light.
It wouldn't be bad to use Maggie ult for his
I have 12 light or 12 heavy. I have 12 heavy.
I don't have
I'm popping
heavy.
a back kit.
They're walking. Gibby. They took low ground. Falcon low.
Look the team on the fence. We have to focus the fence. We have to
oh
focus
man,
the
I
fence.
love it right now.
Okay.
Al is doing amazing.
I have no light.
I have no
a
heavy.
massive, though.
Don't use it. Don't shoot your massive. Don't let
Hey,
them
don't,
get massive.
yeah. Don't let them know. Yeah,
It's
just
a
chill.
two-man
I have
squad
thermites for
right
this. You have
now.
nades?
I have no
Down
nades.
with
No
it.
nades.
The calls
Save your
he's
cube when they're about to
making,
rotate, I think.
top tier.
They're going now.
I'm saving Keeper Bub.
Do it now.
No. Can't.
They're
Can you
going
back
underneath
up?
us.
Can you back up? Can you
They're
back
going
up?
underneath.
Can't believe
back
I
up
don't
to me.
watch
Back up to
Al.
me.
Like that's
They're block
embarrassing.
busting. Another team is block busting. There's
I
heavy
know,
right
I
here
know.
on funny
Just
heavy.
play
I
on us.
watch him,
We can
but
just play
through
on
the
us.
actual broadcast, I don't really watch his streams. So I can't even, only here and there, you know. The dude's nice. Smart calls right now. Look at this. They got the
drop down
high
and go for a
ground on
second?
this team below. Wow.
I think so. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm dropping.
Wait, save me.
Oh,
Come to me.
It's too late. I already dropped. Play your way.
He survived the
No,
last
man.
two teams. No,
Good stuff, bro.
great
Blitz.
stuff.
3 with 10. Let's fucking go. 3
Yeah.
with 10. Whatever, bro.
Yeah, we gotta play Caustic, I think.
They get taken out. Optic Gaming drops. Here comes the 3v3. Godfire, the damage is done from TSM.
Great
And
stuff.
Optic Gaming is going to win it. Optic
told you
Gaming is
Optic
your
or
champion
NRG
of game
was gonna
number
win this
3.
last-
They
Let's take
needed
that.
that.
The
They
easy prediction,
needed that
but-
fallout. They were on the other side of the page of the overall leaderboards, and they needed that
were in the
dub.
20th
But the
place before this
performance
game.
that we just saw from
And
TSM
they
was
just won.
insane.
So that
Cleaning up the
changes
lobby
everything.
with every team funneling into their line of sight.
That's crazy.
A lot of respect
Great
to some of
stuff.
the
Great stuff. Woo! Jazzy Ryan. He says he was in the tournament. He's a troll because he said he was in the tournament. Oh, no, you didn't say that. You said you were on a team, right? DM me. Show me the team you're on. Show me like a post that they put up. You're officially a part of their team. He said he's a child of God. That's good, man. God bless you. You know, having faith in a higher being is a great thing to humble yourself. You know, I talk about humbling a lot, and people don't understand what that means. Right? A fighter, for example, when he's at the gym practicing, getting his butt kicked by his coaches and his sparring partners, and he's getting black and blues, injuries, he's like devastated. He's getting humbled at that time. And then when he goes to fight, he's already won. He's already the champion. He's already the best. You know? So people that believe and have faith in something greater than themselves and respectful and love and peace really have a great way of living. So I compliment you and anybody that is in that space. Shout out to Optic Gaming with 19 points, Fire Gods with 12, TSM with 17. That was crazy because the way they ended that round was insane. It was perfectly called by Hal. And his teammate was hesitant. You could tell he's like, no. You know, and Hal just did his thing. You know, it's great teamwork, but just superior stuff right there. So pretty crazy. I want to see the full results. This is just for match 3. Full results are going to be popping up in just a second. We're going to see what happens. We made it this far, guys. Greatness. But yeah. Been a good run so far. 3 matches in 2 hours. That's pretty slow pace, but we got it. The hamburgers are better. That's all I'm gonna say that you said. Yeah, man. Double stack though, like, you know, those little thin burgers with a lot of bread. It's like, why even eat a burger? You're just eating bread. Why not just make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something? So I need that double stack burger. Yeah, I know. Let me listen to these guys.
TSM, the way that they were positioning between the Mad Maggie and the Seer, the 2 composition changes that we needed to highlight going into this championship.
That's right. It's been so much fun to watch. If you love Apex even half as much as Vicky and I know you're enjoying the action at home. Big shout out to every single one of you joining us online. I saw 70,000 in the Twitch stream.
Wow.
You got this on YouTube as well. You, of course, can watch using multi-view as well, so you can check your favorite team's POV. You can hear their comms. Make sure to check out multi-view right below the stream here on Twitch only. And, of course, if you're watching on 4K and YouTube, shout out to y'all as well. I'm Fallout alongside Big Kitty. It's been a hell of a start here. 3 games down. The biggest talk right now needs to be all around the switch to Stormpoint. Think TSM's going to stay with Seer and Mad Maggie or change it up? What do you think we're going to see?
I think we are. I think we are going to see them try to stick to it. I think consistency is key here, and sticking to what you feel more consistent is going to be what they want to opt for. Being comfortable with what you've already found success on already. It may not be a game, but being able to frag out as heavy as they have, positioning is key here, and that Seer really does actually show you how many teams are within the area without actually overextending and actually revealing where your position is.
Well, hey, a lot to talk about. We hope you all enjoyed the first 3 games. We certainly have. Again, Vicky Kitty, myself, that's going to be it for us for now. We're going to go ahead and throw it back to the best desk that we got in the game. Let's go ahead and throw it over to Rain Day at the desk.
Thank you, Fallout. Exciting stuff, guys, huh? Everybody in the crowd, you've been liking what we've seen so far. I know everyone is taking a moment, a bit of relief. We've got some snacks upstairs, and obviously we've had 3 intense games back to back to back. And if this is any indication,
This
of
arena's
how
pretty
we
fly,
are
though.
going to be finishing this tournament, oh boy, it is a good sign, James.
Yeah, we had a great first 3 games there. And,
Yeah.
you know, no bias, of course. But I told you guys about Fnatic, man. I told you they were going to smash. We came in full jerseys. We can have a look at some of the highlights here. Of course, it was Dreamfire who won the first game with 13 kills. A fantastic start in that first series, but Fnatic up there in third as well, representing, again, you know, we're a few people down as far as the Japan area is concerned, but they are coming in with a vengeance. We've seen great things across that game entirely, but it's great to see the APAC territory start off well.
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that this is how everything started off, we heard the casters talking about it, a way to open up the door for a lot of these teams that we had our eyes on. I mean, Alliance came in second, moving into the second match, once again, an APAC-dominated game. And did we expect the big names to do well? Sure, and they did show up in bits and pieces, but it wasn't really until we move into the third game where it all started to kind of catch fire. But what I love about this is the consistency out of those teams we didn't even get a chance to talk about. You touched on Scars a little bit, IG, EXO. We saw them in a top 5 back-to-back.
And NRG was in that exact final fight with EXO as well. So a notable thing for a team that we wanted to see more of, showing a little bit more as well. But it would be game 3 that things would shift. We started off a little bit of a rumble with FA Kitties, and then TSM would start to steal the show late game.
Yeah, absolutely. A great run from TSM. And it's a very back and forth affair in these 3 games from a lot of different teams. We saw a 4th place from Team Liquid in the first game. They came 19th in the second game. So again, it's very hard to find that consistency early, but you can see the current.
Damn, Fanatics are killing it.
Just by the 1 point, very close at the top. You can
TSM somehow is in top 3 now.
Third place there, representing that NA flag.
Ooh, I mean, 11 spot jump up for TSM, a 12
He said
spot jump up for Optic. That's huge in one game.
5th
which
place,
always
honey,
illustrates
honey.
Just how much of a difference that one big
You
point
like
can really make.
honey burgers? Is that what you're eating?
Maybe TSM had 2 kind of. Like,
Actually, I wouldn't mind the honey burgers. You know, like the chicken sandwiches that have like the honey bread type of.
Series 1, they'll be
Those are pretty cool.
very, very well. FA Kitties started
Shout out to you, man. That's not a bad pick right now. What you gotta understand is
still have a little bit of revving up to do. But
all of these teams, it's hard because you're playing against different teams. Once they get into the winners bracket, when they get into the finals, which is Sunday, it's a different game because now you know who you're facing, you know what they're going to be doing, and everybody creates game plans to beat those type of teams and how to go about it. So it is different. This is way more challenging. Basically, this is more challenging than the... I'm not challenging, how could I say? It's more diverse gameplay-wise. So it's hard to predict who's going to be, you know, number 1, number 2 in this, but see what's up. It's looking real good. Check this out right here, man.
So far, so good. Currently in 4th place.
Crazy Raccoons killing it.
They're one of the 4 teams in the 30s. Can they carry on, though, as the games continue?
Lauren, I got something to look at here. Top 5 GMT Esports. Not sure a lot of us thought they would make it. Obviously, Max Strafey unable to be here. But Rambo, last-minute sub, flies here to North Carolina. Looking like a threat so far.
Looking very strong, and if you note, their score is on par a lot more closely to our top 5, right? They have a higher point cap right now for this second group of leaderboards. So they're actually sitting very pretty when it comes to everything. Now, what I also love is what we're seeing with some of these teams that are having those subs come in last minute is insane adaptability, still being very successful and finding themselves in strong positions on the leaderboard, and having to start off with something like that, being able to adapt that way is massive.
Absolutely, and we can see here too, still some teams looking to get underway, maybe 100 Thieves, the most notable, just 1 point after 3. Got a lot of things to do. I know the potential Scurry, Vaxlon, and Onlu have together. They can rev it up.
In the last 6 months, we saw a great turnaround from them. They really started putting their name on the map again. But hey, it is still, well, I don't know how early it is. I wouldn't say it's still early, but we're 3 games in. So, you know, as the climate changes, so will their results have to also.
Well, we've got a lot, of course, underway here at the PNC Arena in North Carolina, but we've also got some stuff specifically for our esports fans to indulge in. That's right. I'm talking merch.
Indulging.
I'm talking merch. Not what James is wearing. I think you got to do something, hit a Hello Kitty store at the right time of day or night. I don't know to get that one. But we have some brand new merch coming out for Apex Legends competitive.
Yo, Rayman's terrible right now. What he just said.
Up until July 19th. And in fact, I got a little bit of swag right here. The satchel, you know, it's
That's pretty sweet.
you know, it's coming in. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this might be a little too tight for me, but I
Looks
think
good.
It looks, you know, looks nice. And of course, this is how I think the style is going now. So make sure to check it out. And we have a little bit of a video for you as well that you guys can check out right here as we take a look at the content for it.
We'll separate winners and losers. 'Cause I know everyone is here for my show.
I'm quick and you're dead.
Let me set the record straight so y'all know. I don't need to brag 'cause I know.
Great teams form around great leaders. Here we go. Get ready, guys. Leaders that inspire those around them to step up and find that perfect moment to strike. Tap, now.
Hold on a second, guys. I'm
Stylish outside, savage inside. Lenovo Legion.
Game store that's supporting some of our orgs, and I think that's just it's a great thing for our ecosystem in general, James, to have that going through the game's actual system.
Yeah, I've seen some of the previews.
on a text right now, a tweet right now.
That looks really, really nice and clean as well, and I'm hoping I can pick up some of those after the event.
You already have enough merch though.
Yeah.
In person, that's the thing. Maybe digitally, that's where we can allow you to get some more things. We've got more coming up though, and the best part about it is if you are a fan of World's Edge, you're gonna have to wait till our Series 2. If you're a fan of Stormpoint, you don't have to wait any longer. It is coming up. Our next 3 games will be on the newest map to introduce an Apex Legends
All right,
competitive.
I'm back.
It's the
I
first
was
time we'll
just
be able to play
tweeting.
that in front of a live crowd, in front of a global championship. And of course, this is going to mean that meta shifts, that changes occur, and maybe the right changes for the right teams, Lauren. We know some teams really have to start getting it going. Otherwise, it's
All
going
right,
to be
let's
a day
mute him real quick. So, good stuff so far. I'm back. Can chat again. I was trying to tweet real quick about Apex. So far, so good, man. 3 games. I don't know if I can do all of these right now. I might come back a little later today and do it again. Let me text my sister. I was a little worried. I have to text her real quick. Actually, let's put on this audio.
Fitness squad from the desk. Stormpoint's all about that incline. You know, you gotta get your lunges ready to
That's right.
make your way up Stormpoint when you need to.
We got to put that photo out as well. We might have done some lunges stuff behind the scenes. I'm not going to explain more than that. I don't think it needs any more explanation. Of course, that has been the wrap of our very first 3 games. We've got 3 games coming up. Before we do that, though, we want to make sure you're following us everywhere that you can follow us. That's, of course, at Play Apex Esports on Twitter, Play Apex Esports on YouTube. Some incredible content there, interactive stuff with pros, engaging with our highlights, and, of course, VODs, and, of course, Play Apex if you're watching on Twitch right now. We've got 3 more coming up for our Series 1. So far, APAC North been dominating. Optic, take game 3. Will it change? Will we see more of the same? We'll find out as Onset and Gaskin take the stage for our final 3 games of Series 1 after this.
Herman Miller, the official chair partner of the Apex Legends Global Series.
Gotta text my sister. She was had some stuff about moving, blah blah blah. She just moved. Okay, I'm back. I lowered it just now. There is no audio on my guy. I got you. I lowered it. Usually have it up this high. They just have music right now. They're not talking. I decided to text her at the last minute thing. Appreciate you coming by. What's going on? What is your name? Cal? Luma? Hope you're doing good. We're just chilling out, man. I was on a Cali. Oh, that says Cali? Oh, it's meant to say Cali. Got you. I'll call you Cali. It's easier. Hope you good. You wasn't tripping. I had it low. I did have it low. I was in the middle of texting my sister. She was like moving. I helped her move, but she's not even in town. I basically moved all her stuff. So she texts me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know, make sure that she's just enjoying her vacation and not thinking about moving. It's like we did it last week. So she was just asking questions and stuff. No biggie. But no, who do you got winning this? You're cheating because there's already 3 games. Who's winning today? Who's winning it all? I don't have nobody to root for, man. I'm a commentator. Just like my tournaments, like the way I look at it is I just want the best possible. When I host my tournaments, I want every team to be good. I want every team to laser people. You know, I want them to one-shot, one-clip everybody. I want, you know what I mean? Like, I want something crazy happening at all times. Wipe out 4 teams in a row. Do something crazy. Come on. You know? That's how I feel as a commentator, as an organizer. I don't really try to hold favorites because my job is to commentate and be like a fair commentator. But I am rooting for any team that has a crypto. Whoever has a crypto wins the tournament. That's my view. You said you're rooting for TSM? Yeah, they're amazing. I love what they're doing right now. They're not popping off with a Gibby, which is rare for any.
Well, welcome back,
esports.
Everybody, to the Apex Legends Global Series Championship. We've had 3 games already today, Dan, but the boys
Let's
are back.
listen into
The
these
Brits
guys
are
for a
back
second.
in town, and it's time to get these games underway. We've got a little bit of a change of scenery for everyone. 3 games already done on World's Edge. Now it's time to head over to Stormpoint.
Well, this is where it starts to get interesting. This is where those teams who like to go for a little bit more of placement, they like to rotate a little bit earlier. There's going to be far more predictable zones for them to work with. So maybe we might see some composition changes. Maybe those who are playing a little bit more strategical might pick up some extra points. But there's also going to be those teams who are now chasing, right? Those teams who haven't got points yet, that need to get kills, that will be playing aggressive. It's just going to be a constant clash in the middle, and we're going to see where these teams, they pan out.
I think one word that you used there, which is interesting, is use the word predictable. It's been anything but so far. Apex South coming out once again swinging. I mean, Sweden was the introduction to a lot of us to the power that region has been holding very recently. And in Sweden, they were unbelievable, a lot of those teams. You're seeing Dreamfire come out of the gates in Game 1 with the win. Game 2, EXO stepping up. And then in Game 3, we were kind of sat in the green room. We were watching the games. We were like, where's TSM? Where's Optic? Well, they reintroduced themselves a little bit in those games. We saw a win coming in for Optic in that final game, and TSM putting some big points on the board.
And they had to. They couldn't afford to be that far behind going into Stormpoint, going into what could sometimes be
this
considered
map's gonna be
unpredictable.
crazy. I was gonna leave because I had to take care of something, but I'm
certainly
gonna
there
stay
are going to
for
be teams
one
who are
game
trying
at
different
least.
things out. We know there
I
are
wanna stay
squads
for the
that are
whole
far
thing,
better when it comes to
but I'm gonna stay
Stormpoint.
for
When you
one
look at
game right
Split
now,
2
and then I'll
how
probably
some
come
teams
back
succeeded.
later.
A team like EXO,
I
for
believe
example,
there's
they were one
another
of the best teams in
group
APAC South
matches
on
as
Stormpoint.
well.
They had
So
an
this
average
is
of
a
9 points
marathon,
per
man.
game throughout
We're
the
looking
entire
at
season. So keep
another
an eye
one
on
at
EXO.
6. It's only
Look
3
for their
p.m.
consistency. Look for them to
So
try and
these
build off
next
what they've
games
already
are gonna
done.
happen,
in
and
these
then at
opening
3
games.
p.m.
And they're moving over to the stronger
6
map
is
historically
another
as well. A win on World's Edge is
Two
always a
different
good thing
groups.
to get the confidence going, isn't it? Well, anyway, it looks like we're about to get into our 4th game of the day here. Group.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm going to mute these guys for a second. It's going to be interesting. The way I'm looking at this right now, the momentum is starting to pick up. You know, teams are figuring it out. They understand, you know, who they're facing, how they're feeling, like gameplay-wise, and they probably switch legends, possibly, and like, hey, let's do an early rotation, or let's do this or do that. So they get in the feel. And you're right. This map right here is a whole different ball game. I love that, though. It's actually a good thing. It's a very, very special experience. I actually was saying earlier, I don't know if you was here for it, but I'm assuming you wasn't.
I said that Stormpoint changed the meta. And whether you like Stormpoint or not, it changed the meta. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm about to tweet that. See who disagree with me. Who agree or who disagree. You know? But yeah, Stormpoint changed the meta in a good way. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think, you know, just Gibby, Valk, you know, Gibby, Valk. And then before that, Bloodhound, Gibby. You know, like certain just metas that just wouldn't change that much. And I feel like Stormpoint did it. So I love Stormpoint for that. I want it as a viewer. Competitively, of course, you want to play what you're good at. I want to play World Edge. I want to play, you know, specific play style. But when it comes to just enjoying the game and watching it competitively, I want to see all types of craziness. Give me all types of legends and weapons and compositions, you know. Pull out whatever you need. Show me something crazy. You know? If it's up to me, I'll ban Gibby for 6 months. See how teams survive without a Gibby. What will happen without a Gibby in comp? That's what I want to know. What will happen? That's what I want to know. So see, look at this. This is a landline, and Team Detonation lost a player. You see? I'm not the only one. And I know, Callie, you're probably in my tournaments. Let me know if you are. What team are you in, by the way? Detonation is down a player. They got disconnected at the start. You see? And they still keep the tournament going. So when I do it, don't get mad at me. I'm doing it for the right reasons, because there's 60 players total, 20 teams total trying to play a tournament. And there's always somebody disconnecting here and there. You got to get over it. And that's what's happening right now. Got to see it in the greatest stage, a $2 million tournament. You know, people talk trash to me about that and they get upset. I'm like, bro, I'm not doing it. I'm not against you. Like, people think it's a conspiracy. Like, you know, like, this guy's going against us. Something crazy like that. And in reality, I'm simply wanting the best for the community. You know? Let me load this music. But yeah, I'm glad you hear that. Said it's a service. Yeah, man. I don't want to even get into today. It's a celebration today, brother. We celebrate. Actually, speaking of celebrating, let's listen to the comms for a second. I need to go grab some water. I'll turn this music off.
For the team that's down on the low ground at the moment, because Mandy is heating up with this thing in his hand. He gets one knock. He's frying some more shields as well. And I tell you what, he's eating his breakfast, I'm sure. But he's looking hungry at the moment, Dan.
And it's a surprise. Team Burger, one of the most consistent teams in the world.
Goodbye.
When it comes to Stormpoint, but they're one of the first teams to be eliminated here in match number 4. And that is not the consistency that we've seen typically throughout Split 2 for Team Burger. But they still have match 5 and 6. But a nice little bit of KP for Scars to pick up from.
I saw that Imperial Hal was just popping up in that feed as well. He had a charge rifle in his hand. So the laser beams is going to be like a light show on New Year's Eve here as we head towards this end zone, as the charge rifles will certainly be lighting up the skies. But line up the kill feed. I mean, for a player like Mandy, you know, he loves that weapon. He's kind of born with that weapon. I swear sometimes he just spawns within his hands. So much damage done by him. The perfect position for him to find himself in.
We do find that players have the priority places they like to loot and the priority guns they like to try and get their hands on as well. And they almost do make a name for themselves. It's quite easy to suddenly realize who's shooting at you when you look at skins and when you look at what weapons in the hands. But IG just retreating away from that fight a little bit. They were under some fire, but it does look like they've been able to find some cover. And speaking of cover, Alliance have got plenty to work with their current residents.
Yeah, Alliance had one game where they got that second place. Yuki managing to just kind of scrape his way into that second place to get some points on the board for them a little bit earlier on. That was game number 1, though. But Alliance, obviously, always an edge-based team, right? Always looking to loot up, make sure they're strong for those fights. And I always feel the first fight in any game for them is so important. If they get the right result in that fight, if it's a clean fight for them, the momentum just flows through them for the rest of the game, and it seems like they're difficult to stop.
I mean, there's so many momentum teams when you look at Apex Legends and how they can prioritize things once they have been able to at least win a team fight because they suddenly feel like they can win anything. Is Dreamfire in a little bit of a troublesome situation right now?
Yeah, it's Gildersons who's involved in the fight, and if you're wondering who that is, it's Mandy. He's got that charge rifle in his hand still, as Team Liquid are going to be able to pick up 1 KP from this. Gildersons just getting the finish with that Arc Star in his hand. And Gildersons, what addition he has been to this squad, joining just before Sweden, really having an impact and certainly helping out those close-range team fight situations.
It's great how an addition of just one player can really change the dynamic of a team and what they can add, and sometimes it's just all mentality and the way they like to approach a game. But we've already seen quite a lot of early fights happening on Storm Point, teams trying to take those priority areas, not necessarily been able to get into those AKA God spots, but certainly a lot of damage has been done by some of those squads who have already rotated into those early zones. As we saw, Dreamfire were down to 1. They had been knocked 2 players and they were certainly struggling.
Speaking of knocked, it's 1IQ who have 1 player left alive at the moment, but it looks like they're going to be able to at least pick up a little bit of work here as we check out the replay. Unfortunately, they will be eliminated. That was a little replay from one of the squads, one of the 2 squads, excuse me, who fell a little bit earlier on. But Dreamfire, you mentioned them, Dan, and unfortunately, the Phoenix kit is only kind of a momentary security blanket by the looks of things, even though you can see the Bolin here is kind of safe and kind of comfortable as far as taking fire anymore is concerned. Unfortunately, he's going to have to do it alone.
Yeah, Bolin, one of the replacements that came in for Dreamfire and has been performing very well already today, and a lot of responsibility when you're the only one remaining on your team, does have the banners though. So if you can get his Valk over towards a beacon, then maybe, just maybe, Dreamfire can continue the dream story that has already been day 1 here. Of course, the incredible victory in match number 1 as it opened a lot of players' eyes. I think actually there is a realization around the arena that APAC is going to be here to play in this tournament.
Yeah, I think they earned respect and now they are demanding respect as we move obviously from Sweden over in Europe to the place that we find ourselves in Raleigh in North America now. It's kind of like almost accepted by the teams that APAC South and APAC North are here to play, and it's not going to be easy for anyone, especially a team like Optic Gaming. They're in a pretty good spot right now, down right at the bottom, southern side of where this circle is going to be pulling. Looking pretty comfortable for now, not too many worries for them.
Well, there's 2 or 3 teams that are outside of the zone at the moment. The rest are pretty much already rotated to not just the next circle, but the one after that. They are very much predicting this is going to be a firm south pull, and because of that, that's why we're seeing so many of them positioned in buildings and being able to work with what they can and any sort of scenery they can hide behind. But with Seers appearing on the map and a lot of ways to try and find out any players that might be hiding in any nooks and crannies, you've got to be very careful with where you position yourself.
Well, a little bit of a deep breath here for Godfire as they hit the Valk ult and they try and find somewhere to call home for now. Will it be a permanent residence or will it just be a fleeting moment and a fleeting visit? It looks like Under the Bridge is safe for now, so they're going to be pretty comfortable as we also see the team that's pretty close to them is going to be NRG. Now, a lot of people might have been thinking, why did you pick NRG in the predictions, Mark? You know, some place back in Sweden. They had a pretty decent performance, but maybe not one of the top performers. I think they've got something to prove here, and I think they want to show up here in Raleigh and really prove everyone wrong that they're here to win.
Sometimes NRG perform best when they are underestimated, when they don't have that extra little bit of pressure on them, and they are trying to apply the pressure right now.
They certainly are, and Sweet is going to be applying the pressure. The Bocek is the weapon of choice, but he's got to move quickly here. He wants to get involved in this bubble fight. He wants to support his 2 teammates, Nathan and Rocker, but he was just getting shot in the back a little bit more than he would have wanted to in that situation. It looks like Godfire will be able to get back up to 3. Defensive bombardment is coming out, and it looks like NRG have made the smart decision here to disengage, but unfortunately it looks like NRG have got to find their way back in, and that's not going to be comfortable because Sutaraka are here at the moment, and they are making sure that NRG cannot get back home.
Oh, Nathan's gone down, so's Rocker, and it looks
By the second round, there's like 6 or 5 teams. What's going on? Apologies for no audio right here. Now it goes from no audio to a lot of audio. Apologies about that. Basically, I was saying by the second round, you end up with the second, apologies, I'm trying to read a text while I'm talking to you guys. I'm casually streaming. This isn't like a commentary version of the stream, but by the second round, usually in a public match when you're on Apex, there's only like 6 teams left. Right now, it is the second round going into the third right now, and there's still 17 teams. This is professional play, guys. This isn't the little whack public lobby of 5-year-olds playing this game. No offense, and hey, 5-year-olds, have fun, enjoy it. Okay, but this is the pro, this is the top tier of top tiers. Okay, you're getting high quality gameplay, and a presentation is looking beautiful, by the way. I'm really loving it. So I wanted to ask a question here. Who is the underdog that you're rooting for? Maybe you have TSM, maybe you have, you know, Alliance. People have, you know, these well-known teams that they think are going to win it all. But who are the underdogs that you are rooting for? You know what I mean? For me, anybody with a crypto. When I see a crypto team, I'm like, you're the best. Come on, man. Prove to the world smart people beat strong people all day. That's my biggest wish. And right now, Alliance is doing real good at the edge right here. They were suppressing 2 teams and trying to pop some shots up there. Woo! Why would they switch? Alliance was going crazy. These camera guys, I'm firing them all. You know what's funny? You guys get mad at me when I'm doing a stream and I change a camera, but I never change it if a team is hot. People get mad at me because I change it. There was a couple tournaments out of the hundreds that I've done. There was a couple tournaments that literally the dudes were getting 40, 30 kills a game. 30, they got like 20 something kills in one game. So of course I was watching them the whole time. And then the teams were mad at me because they're like, why you keep watching them? I'm like, bro, they're the only ones killing people. Like, what else you want me to do? You know? And now you look at these guys doing a professional one and they skipped out on a team that was, you know, active. The one thing I try to do, at least stay with the active team if I can. I don't do a great job. I'm human. I'm all by myself also. Half the time. Most of the time, 99% of the time, I'm doing the commentary while I'm managing the Discord, keeping the scores, and producing the video on the stream. So I'm switching the scenes on the stream while I'm switching the players that you're watching on the team. These professional that we're watching right here, which Optic is doing a good job right now, they actually have a full team that does the production. Multiple people on the cameras, multiple people switching. You know, it's a full broadcast team. Incredible job. I feel like I'm like close to their level when you watch my full broadcast and you see theirs. I'm pretty good. I think I'm right there, man. I give myself like a couple teams members and I'll be like right there. I'm right there already. I'm contending, you know what I mean? But look at Scar, bro. I'm going for Scar when it comes to Godspot. This bar right here, I call this the bar. We're going to the club. This right here, where they're at right now, is the best for this current ring. Of course, the next round 4 might be different, but we gonna see. So at the edge right here, this is interesting. There's 3 teams in here. Alliance is just trying to survive. They're about to get third party. They don't even know.
They're worrying about the team in front of them. The team behind them coming in, creeping up also. And there they are. It's IG creeping up on them. So IG's deciding not to fight. They're waiting it out for some reason. I'm not sure what the decision making there. You got to get in on the action while it's hot. And Alliance is taking the action instead. And they push the pace, getting some really good shots. And I'm really loving the charge rifle in these tournaments right now. They're using it. I mean, the Sentinel, I'm sorry. The Sentinel, they're using it perfectly done here. I'm loving it. Gibby bubble by Alliance down to their last player. One-on-one. Who's going to win? Gibby gets taken out by Valk. Shout out to IG International. I don't know why Liquid didn't push that fight. It could have taken them out. I guess Liquid is playing the long game. They want to try to win it all. I'm liking Liquid having a Loba. Check it out right here. You know, and this is the team to watch. All right. An IG International using crypto. Okay. The day that they win, not them, but whoever wins with a crypto is the day you could say, damn, Mag's a psychic. He got like superpowers or something. I don't know. You know. I'm gonna be honest, the team FA Kitties, when they first were trying to get in and everything, I was like, who the hell are these guys? And now they've been coming out doing their thing. Optic Gaming sitting pretty comfortable. They're gonna be top 3 teams at the finale here. They have the high ground. Nobody else can get to them unless they just decide to push a team. I would stay up there the whole time, clip teams, drop a couple teams, eliminate a couple teams. They're doing it. What I'm saying right now, they're doing a good job. Let's listen into the comms for a second. It's only 4 teams left. Let's listen in.
A right nuisance, and now there's only 3 squads left.
Gilderson's last player alive, but trust me, this guy is still a problem. He's going to use the bracelet just to get out of dodge for a few seconds as IG know that he's last alive. They're going to capitalize on some of these knocks that have gone down. Team Liquid out. Gilderson's is out, and now we're down to 2.
They stare at each other across the water, and they suddenly realize that the priority positions both of them have been able to find have left them alive and have left them in a 3 versus 3. It's the calm before the storm, but it's Invictus who are trying to make the move already.
It's North America versus Europe plus RKN.
Oh, exactly like I said. Team Optic is still alive. Team IG is the last team. Team IG. I'm going for Team IG because they have a crypto. They're gonna go ahead and use their crypto.
Towards each other.
It is great work from Optic. They're constantly moving up that hill as
and
soon as
then
they
they're gonna
recognize Invictus.
push.
We're trying to take the high ground off of them. You've always got to be working up that hill and not down.
Defensive bombardment comes in as well. Skill Cakes is going to try and capitalize on the damage. The Arc Stars were going in, but the Wassingen is down as well. So the defensive bombardment is not going to be.
I'm telling you, Optic has the advantage here. They have the high ground. They're sitting comfortable, and they can just push them. And it looks really good right now for Team Optic. They're pushing the pace. This is it right here. Grand finale. There's no way they lose this.
But they can't quite finish this
way they
fight is
lose
looking a little
this.
bit more dangerous than it was a few seconds
Oh
ago.
my God,
Nox
it's
and
2-on-1
Skillcakes, though. They've
finale.
got the damage they
Team
needed to
Optic
do.
about to take out
Skillcakes
IG
gets choked
Internationals.
a little bit, though. This isn't quite
Come on,
looking as
Crypto.
comfortable as
Crypto
RKN.
can't win this, can
The
he?
super sub looking to pull off a superhuman play towards
Oh,
the end.
and he
but
gets
Optic
eliminated. And as
Gaming,
I said,
they
Team
go
Optic,
back to back here and
they
win
had the high
first game
ground
on
at that
Stormpoint.
last ring.
Boy, did
Or not the
IG
last
make
ring,
it
but
difficult for them though, but it was very
really
well
good
assessed,
stuff.
very well
That was
prioritized by
a
Optic Gaming.
fast-paced
They
match.
split
That was actually a
themselves, they
really
split
good
apart, and they surrounded
game.
their enemies,
And
and they were
in
able to get
Storm
a very
Point-
easy knock to turn it into a 3 versus 2 in the early stages.
in Storm Point,
IG,
where
they fought back, they got some
you
big
know you
chunky damage,
consider them
and
really
unfortunately just wasn't quite
slow-paced
enough,
games,
but
all that.
What a performance it was from those boys on your
Jazz.
screen from Invictus Gaming. The fact that they've
Optic
had
is
RKN
killing it,
added
bro.
today, and they're still able to get a
I
second
told you
place
once
position.
a team gets the
strong performance
rhythm,
from them, but I
you know,
wanna
you just
talk
gotta
about the green wall.
believe in
Optic,
your team. You gotta play
back-to-back
smart and
wins. I mean, that's the
get it
perfect
right, you
thing
know?
you want on day number one, just to find that form, right? Moving through the tournament on day one, if you're performing like this, Dan, you're going to be feeling good moving into the next 3 days of action.
I think there's a lot of fans that be watching saying it's about time that Optic woke up, because games 1 and 2, a couple of questionable fights they got caught in, maybe some rotations
somebody-
that didn't really go their way, but now they start to realize what they can do
Somebody
when they
just,
start to shred, when they do get into those priority positions. I mean, they had
messaged
that
me
game
about
wrapped
my
up in their
joke.
eyes probably as soon as they got into
Bro,
that island
it's
on
a
their
joke.
own. And as soon as that
Let's talk about
circle
somebody's
shifted to their
mustache.
side
Thought
of
he
the
was
water,
hilarious.
All smiles.
it was just all smiles, and they were
It's
just
a
waiting for everything
joke,
to
my
unfold.
Yeah, it was a wonderful,
friend.
wonderful game plan, executed to perfection. A lot of the time we'll speak about the importance of getting a god spot right, getting into a great position, but holding it down and showing the discipline that is required to own the surrounding areas. A perfect display there for Optic Gaming, who finish off with a 20 ball.
Some great
And all
stuff
the
going
teams I
on.
was speaking about that had that incredible
Gotta give them
consistency
credit, man.
throughout the
That was a
season when it came to
crazy
Storm Point.
game.
Not really in the top 10.
IG
So it's
also
like you
did
throw all
well.
those
Team
stats out
Liquid
the
is
window,
back
you
in the
get to
fight
land,
right
and suddenly
now.
These teams start performing once more. The
Dream
only
Fire
real outlier
still
and the only
killing
really one
it.
that I focused on was
Detonation
Optic Gaming and how they do shift
with
so
2
well
players
from World's
got
Edge
4th
over to
place.
Storm Point when it does come to that consistency.
You saw
That was
Team
pretty
Liquid
good.
Gildersons staying alive for as long as he did as well, shifted them right
good.
up into some decent placement points
Your
as well.
Team
Down at the other
Burger,
side though,
whoever was
NRG,
voting for
I'm
them,
sorry, that was completely my
has
fault this game as I was
a
hyping
big
them up.
donut.
They kind of fell out of the lobby a little bit, but Alliance as well
The
having a
burger
little
has
bit
turned
of a
into a
slow game.
donut.
And already we're starting to see a big lead potentially developing when you look at points and what Optic are able to do. Imagine if Optic Gaming now were to win another game. They start to look at Group C versus D as a domination position, right? We sometimes question who's going to be the best team in that group, who's going to be able to stand out on top. And after the first couple of games, I had no idea who it was going to be. But suddenly, Optic Gaming, they have woken up, plenty of kills to work with. Sure, it wasn't a massive kill game, but they didn't need it. They knew they had that victory. They knew they could start to just kill players as they arrived and as they joined them.
Yeah, just great example of that discipline, like I mentioned, in that final fight as well. Just doing damage back
Get
up to a little
okay.
bit more high ground, making sure that the advantage was always on their side. And you can see Skill Cakes there on the Caustic, picking up 4 kills along the way. Duplex, though, the biggest damage dealer for the squad.
It was a difficult circle for a lot of those teams who were arriving late. There wasn't any
I love their
areas you
little
could really
graphics here.
play
This
if
is
you weren't trying to
amazing.
Falcon, and that's why we saw so many teams fall.
Yeah, these teams are top tier, man. I'm feeling this so far. Definitely greatness at its best right now with some of these teams. I gotta respect it. I mean, I think I might do a commentary stream, probably tomorrow. Probably can't do it Saturday. I might do it Saturday, but I want to do a commentary. And here we go. The overall look. So Optic has 40. They're top tier. Scars are second place. Wow. I saw them doing well, but I didn't think they were going to be second place. Dreamfire third. They've been killing it. They won the first game and they just been on top of things ever since. EXO won a game and it's been performing well. Fnatic with 31 points, doing good. TSM in the old 6th place. You know, they scored 3 points. They'll go all the way up to the top 3, you know? So they're right there. IG, International, Team Liquid, all right in the mix. Looking real good for some of these teams. I'm interested to see where this goes from here. It's only 2 more games. And for those that don't know how this is working, it's basically robin rounds today, all day, and then tomorrow, half of the day. Also, they're just mixing up the teams. A team versus team, Group A versus Group B, and Group C versus Group D, and then all of a sudden Group D versus A, Group B versus C, blah, 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 blah. It sounds crazy, but basically every group has to face off against each other. So it's round after round after round, 6 games per event, per setup. So each group will face each other 6 matches. And then tomorrow we get into the stage round, which is pretty much double elimination rounds where there's going to be a winner's bracket and a loser bracket. The winner's bracket is actually going to be qualifications for some teams to advance. The loser's bracket has to face off multiple times to make it in. And then we're going to get our 20 teams for Sunday, pretty much. That's all that's happening today, all the way through until Sunday. It's the short end, the short version without getting too deep. Again, I'm not doing commentary. I'm not getting paid. I'm just chilling. Trying to help anybody that's new or doesn't understand how the system works for this event. This is me just celebrating Apex. I'm excited, man. We've been doing blessed things. I already seen a bunch of the guys that play in my events sitting over here competing for this $2 million. And I don't know what the split is on that. Anybody, let me look this up actually. Give me a second. I'm gonna find it. So the split on the money, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. I don't know where that information is. Give me a second. I'll find it. Oh, this is for the regular tournaments. Okay. The championship round. Number 1. First place is getting $500K. First place. That's a lot of money. Okay. So if we got 3 players, first of all, it's more complicated than that. Let me put some music on in the background so you guys can understand. Apologies for the music going loud. I have to turn the music up when turn the volume up for the commentary so you can hear it. But so check it out. Let's do the numbers. $500K for your team. You got your 3 players. You probably got a sub, maybe 2 subs. I don't know the numbers on that. You got a coach. You got your organization, and the expenses depending on how you guys set it all up. So even if you split it 3 ways with the players that are actually just playing, you know, it's not going to be a little. It's still going to be a lot, okay? So I would like to know actually how much one player will get after taxes, after the team splits the money. I've never asked anybody. I might ask a player. That's kind of like a rude question, but I just want to know. And here goes the setup right here. So as I was saying, all these teams are facing off. The top 20 will be in the winner's bracket. The winner's bracket will face off tomorrow or Saturday, one of those 2. And then the loser's bracket will face off tomorrow, and they'll end up battling all the way so that we can get the last 20 teams overall. So it's a pretty good setup. It's pretty sick. It says 75,000. That's not bad, bro. 50 to 75,000. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta, you know, it's like rude to ask people how much money they make. How much you making? I never talk about money at all, basically. So just a guess. I got you, man. I'm not here giving out, you know, numbers. Oh, so tomorrow, let's check out the schedule. Today's the group stage. Tomorrow's more of the group stage. The loser bracket happens tomorrow as well. We already knew all that information. That's kind of old. I want the winner's bracket, which is Saturday. That's the fun stuff. Yeah, man. So second place is gonna get 300K. All this money, that's a lot of money. Okay. Third place is 200K. 200,000. Just let me say it out loud, just so you can know. Fourth place is getting $160,000. $160,000, yeah. Fifth place is get $120,000. Anywhere, any of the top 10, I mean top 20, man. I mean, getting anything from playing a video game is a lot. 20th place will get 18,000 automatically. Then they got to split that up. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. But I'm loving it. I was just checking the prize numbers and stuff. There's definitely a decent amount. I mean, there's people working right now. They work 10-hour days, 8-hour days, and their body hurts when they get out of work. They don't want to, you know, work out. They don't want to go hang out. They just want to lay down, watch a movie, and go to sleep so they can do it again tomorrow. They're working 40+ hours, and they're only getting $20,000 a year. You know, and you're talking about these kids who don't have to break their back. They get to have fun with the game, practice really hard, try to be the best. They can get all this money. It's a lot. It's a lot, man. Hold on, man. Somebody just sent me a picture. It's a cutie. Hopefully it's a cutie. I don't know what she's sending me. Oh, like, oh, cupping. That's weird. Oh, man. So this girl was talking to me earlier today. Got like a neck problem. So I'm like, what do you do to relieve yourself? Is there something you can do? You know, massages or something? And she says cupping. And at that time, I'm like, what is she talking about? I don't even want to know, but I was like, I got to know what she's talking about. So I'm like, what's cupping? And it took her like literally 7 hours to text me back. And she sends me a picture of what cupping is. And it's basically these suction cups that people put on your back, like acupuncture type of thing, but it's just cups. You've seen some people with it where they have like a big bruise on them and you're like, what the hell is going on? And it's basically a suction cup. You know, the type of stuff they create nowadays, man. I mean, that's probably like an old practice, but you know what I mean. All right, well, I'm actually, how many hours has it been? It's only 2 hours. It feels longer. I have to go do some stuff until like 6 o'clock, maybe, if I'm lucky. So I don't know if I'm gonna be back to stream this more later. But man, it was a great time. Any last thoughts or comments? Feel free. Any tips, you know, on anything, feel free to let me know. For example, I'm casually doing this. I'm not doing a commentary like I normally would for a tournament when I'm hosting it. Since I'm not hosting it, I'm not really too bothered. I've been thinking about doing this because I'm gonna be doing it for the next couple days. I was thinking about doing it like just leaving a commentary on, and then after the game, talk about the game. Is that too weird? Something like that, or maybe I don't know. You know, I'm not. I don't know what I want to do. I want to try something, or do the opposite. Do the commentary of the matches, and then in between the games, let them talk. How about that? Like if I'm really casting this joint. I don't know. We'll wing it. We'll see. It doesn't matter to me how I go about it. Whatever y'all feel. What do other people do? I've never watched a watch party of esports. So I don't even know what people do. Said do a trial and error. That's what today was, bro. I just did a trial and error. I feel like I want to cast it like it's a real event. Like if it's I'm hosting it, and I just make believe like I'm the host, and I'll just be here commentary and going in and being like, yo, no, calling everything. And look at, you know, how right now, as Seer trying to get his team rallied up, they are using a different composition. As you can see, Maggie in the building for TSM, and this is a very, very special treat, a whole different play style for them. You know, we've seen them in their traditional Gibby play style, but they're very confident in what they're doing, and they're actually in 6th place. They're very close to striking distance to 1st place. They're only a few points away, less than 11 points, and they can get in the win. And right now, I like their positioning. They're going to be rotating here. This is the most important part about when it comes to Battle Royale, outside of the gunfights, is the rotations, because you want to be able to have a good position, and that's what they're going to focus on. And speaking of focus on, we're looking at Fnatic right now, who also has one of the more traditional defensive focused builds that they have. They have a Gibby, which is solid. They have a Valkyrie, which is solid. Those two combinations are very critical right now for the meta of comp. But I love the fact that they have a Wattson, because with the Wattson, they can actually defend properly and hold their positions and keep these things for the remainder of the game going forward. So super cool of them, and I like what I'm seeing by them. And now again, another team here with Scar, who's actually switching their comp, and they have an Ashe in here, one of those legends that people can think or feel what they want. I think she's very viable, and she's a fun legend to play as well. I actually really like using her for aggressive plays, but also I like her for her escapability with her ultimate. So very interesting for Scar, and they're actually one of the top teams, so who knows, maybe this is the comp to play. You know, we will see. Yeah, Ashe is my backup. He said, got that commentary voice. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, no, I'm casually doing it today because I just wanted to kick it and watch it. I'm just celebrating this, actually, man. Honestly, it's a celebration for me. This is my community, you know. I put my heart and soul into it. I care about it. I care about all the players. I care about the game itself, the community, the esports scene, the managers, you know, the developers. It's a lot of work, man, that goes into this. And people like yourself and anybody watching, you're a part of this. Everything you do keeps Apex alive. It keeps it going. It's important. So never give up. Keep believing in yourself, and you got this. That's my message, and I'm out of here, man. It's been a fun stream. If I get a moment to stream this again before it ends, I will come back. From the schedule, it looks like, you know, I have a lot of hours. I can do this all day tomorrow, and then all day Saturday and all day Sunday. Definitely Sunday. I want to try to clear my schedule so I can do it. But rest of these days, I'm also going to at least broadcast just like this a couple of hours, just to hype it up and to let people know to come watch the tournaments. You know, you can watch them live instead of watching me, and they're just as good. But I appreciate everybody that came by to me. We'll be back later, man. Probably stream it again, if anything. All right. Enjoy. Peace and love, everybody.